Shocked. No one expected that Uzumaki Himing would have such an operation. Using the huge body of the Golden Nine Tails, he forced the tailed beast bomb accumulated by Shohei into Shohei's stomach. Shuhei wanted to release the tailed beast bomb again, but he could only shoot out a laser-like attack. Immediately afterwards, Uzumaki's huge Rasengan scattered the power of the laser light in all directions. After the power is dispersed, it is not as strong as before. Wisdom. Uzumaki Koronaru's combat experience has now grown to such a terrifying level? Yamanaka Ino. Oh my god, Uzumaki Naruto is so handsome in gold. Haruno Sakura. It's a lie. It's really handsome. Inuzuka Kiba. If Bai Ming reconciles with Nine Tails, he can become so cool. Damn, why is it always someone else who is handsome? Killer Bee. Why is his perfect tail beast transformation different from mine? I transformed into Gyuki directly, but I can't act alone like him. Gaara. Me too. Nine Tails. Huh. What do you say? Gyuki. Okay. Kurama. Everyone knows that you are Nine Tails. Okay. Stop showing off. You are all so shocked that you can't sing or dance. Uzumaki Baiming also bit his sleeve, with an aggrieved look on his face. He was not frightened by Hei Ming on the screen. It was the other party's sentence, help, you're not hurt. Plus that look of looking sideways at the other party full of confidence. Uzumaki Baiming wished that the person on the screen was himself. So King cool. The crisp applause wakes Gaara up. Shuhei returns to his body, but the huge sand body still hasn't dissipated. Gaara looked around blankly. Who am I? Where am I? Oh. By the way, I just fell asleep using the doze technique. Sleeping soundly, but was slapped hard by someone. Gaara suddenly became angry. Just as she was about to show off, she suddenly felt that something was not quite right. Why did he use the doze technique? Isn't he trying to scare Uzumaki Naruto to death by letting the real Shukaku appear on the stage? I was woken up, that means. Show Crane failed? Gaara froze in astonishment. Looking closely, I realized that there was a guy exuding golden light standing in front of me at some point. Who are you? Gaara exclaimed vigilantly. Uzumaki Naruto. Little gourd, are you a sleepy fool? Naruto's indifferent voice suddenly startled Gaara into sweat. Uzumaki Naruto? Impossible. Why are you still alive? Gaara shuddered a few times. After performing the doze technique, the chakra in his body is almost exhausted. Not only didn't kill Uzumaki Naruto in front of me, why did he make this guy stronger than before? Gaara is not stupid, he can obviously feel the oppression brought to him by Uzumaki Naruto. That feeling of oppression made him fearful, and the person in front of him wanted to kill him. Maybe it was just a blink of an eye. Don't come over. Facing death, Gaara panicked. Is this what people fear about death? Gaara, who always uses killing to reflect her own existence value, only at this moment did she understand how terrifying it is to face death. You. What are you? Uzumaki Naruto pressed Gaara's head and shook it back and forth a few times. Now I know I'm scared, wasn't I very arrogant at the time? Little gourd. Uzumaki Naruto had a great time playing. Spiritual world. Nine Tails looked at Naruto with slightly lowered eyes. Hey, don't break his neck. It's okay, he wears sand armor. Nine Tails. Audience. Silent, it's numb. This time it's really numb. This time, if Gaara can return to Sanagakure alive, if he sees Uzumaki again in the future, he might be scared and take a detour. No. He will definitely be able to go back alive. After all, Uzumaki Black Ming said to let him live. Terumi Mei. Poor Gaara, when I hear the word Uzumaki Himing, I'm afraid I'm going to tremble with fright. Tamari. Damn Uzumaki, he dares to treat my brother like this. Konkuro. Damn it, it's my absence. Inuzuka Fang. Hey. Why are you better at blowing than me? Don't forget, you in the black world, you have already fled far away with this woman. Konkuro. Speaking of it, you didn't see how tragic the scene was and how many people died. If it weren't for Uzumaki, one of your genins would have died. Ruined. Gaara fell into deep despair. Only then did he realize that Uzumaki Naruto had used the power of the tailed beast within him. However, I didn't expect this guy to become so terrifying after using that power. If you can't win, even if you give yourself several times more strength, you can't be this guy's opponent. Alright. Uzumaki Naruto suddenly let go of his hand. Dob. I should also plan to send you to die. Don't want. Stop. Gaara panicked completely. He was severely frightened, and found that he didn't even have the courage to speak. However, at such a critical moment, a figure suddenly flashed by. Pick him up and run away into the distance. Who? What a fast speed. Uzumaki Naruto pretends to go forward to chase, but then pretends to look casually at Sarutobi Hiruzen, who has fallen to the ground. Third generation project. Grandpa of the third generation. Boom. Orochimaru and Jiraiya collide and both separate. Jiraiya. I think we'll stop here. My plan is actually very successful. Konoha village will suffer a lot after going through this difficulty. Seeing Uzumaki Naruto rushing towards the fallen Sarutobi Hiruzen, Orochimaru can't help shivering. If this kid vents Sarutobi Hiruzen's death on his own head, wouldn't he be able to eat and walk around? The idea falls to the ground. Orochimaru said to the wounded Otonogakure, "Get out." Orochimaru. Jiraiya wanted to chase after her, but stopped immediately. It is best to stay in the village now. After all, a village that has been so devastated. I don't know what else to face. Terumi Mei. Uzumaki, black name, he played too much like him. The person who rescued Gaara must have a numb face. Onoki. Although the opponent's speed was so fast that I didn't see it clearly, but the black hair didn't run away. Fourth Raikage. Well. Then Hei Ming pretended to be shocked when he saw the death of Sarutobi Hiruzen, so that he didn't even have to chase after him. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Silent Shimura Danzo. Hey. Watching Hiruzen's death again, I thought that in Kuro Naruto's world, there would be a different result. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Hehe. Luckily I'm dead, otherwise I might be tricked to death by that old buddy. Senju Tobirama. Silent Senju Hashirama. I'm wondering, what are you talking about? Fourth Hokage told Uzumaki Himing that someone outside is plotting against Nine Tails. From the tone of his voice, that guy wearing a mask shouldn't be an ordinary person. Senju Tobirama. Brother. Obviously the stronger Konoha village is, the safer it is for Koronaru, but he seems to want to point the finger at the Konoha executives for leaking the location of Kushina's delivery. Uzumaki Kushina. I don't know what to say, but I think Minato and I from Black Naruto believe in him, and I'm willing to believe that he must have a better solution. Tsunade. Please, he pointed the finger at Konoha's senior management because of his personal grievances. After resolving the personal grievances, his purpose is to control Konoha. At that time, wouldn't the ninjas in Konoha village still exist to protect him? Senju Tobirama. This seems to be okay. Senju Hashirama. It's really, we created Konoha village to protect the villagers, and Koronaru did it the other way around. Jiraiya. That's not necessarily the case. Maybe with Hemming's aptitude and talent, there will be no rivals in the entire ninja world in the future. Orochimaru. Then Naruto-kun needs my help. Wait for the masked guy to be solved, I will quietly watch him go to the peak of the ninja world. Dark Cave. Uchiha Obito stood up slowly. Isn't it that you can use the power of Nine Tails? What can I do? That Uzumaki Black Ming is too big. Black Zetsu. Looking at Obito's indifferent appearance, he felt guilty at the bottom of his heart. I think you are the one who cares for you, you bastard. This guy may really be tricked by Uzumaki Black Name at that time. What's more, Uzumaki Hyeming looks like he will take revenge, if he knows that Uchiha Obito killed 4th Hokage and Uzumaki Kushina. At that time, it may not be known what will happen to Uchiha Obito. If Obito falls into Hyming's hands, he must die. Perhaps it would be better to die happily. Thinking of this, Black Zetsu also became numb. Hyming World. His plan to save his mother is afraid that there is a high probability that it will run aground. Tamari and Konkuro, who have left Konoha village, are still terrified by the previous scene. Keeping the crane. Shuhei actually lost. Defeated by Uzumaki Naruto. Besides, the giant golden fox was able to forcefully stuff the tailed beast bomb that Shuhei had accumulated into its stomach. Is that what Uzumaki Naruto looks like in Tailed Beast? Compared with Gaara, it is simply a cloud and mud. Defeated. They Sanagakure, completely lost to Konoha village. No. It should be said that it was completely defeated by Uzumaki Naruto. What do we do now? At this moment, Temari and Kankuro froze. What does Sanagakure failure mean? At least, Gaara who failed to escape with them was in danger. We have to find a way to save Gaara. As the elder sister, Temari is always trembling because of Gaara's unstable power. But, in the final analysis, Gaara is his biological brother. How can we save the two of us? You didn't see it, that Uzumaki Naruto is the real monster, and the two of us may not be able to beat him with one hand. Not to mention that he was stimulated by Gaara to use the power of the tailed beast. Temari was immediately discouraged after hearing this. Then we can't do nothing, can we? Kankuro hurriedly comforted. The situation in Konoha village today is worse than our Sanagakure. Even more powerful. I think, if the balance of the entire ninja world is considered, they shouldn't have a hard time with us. Let's go back temporarily and tell Grandma Chio everything, and ask her to help figure out a solution. Grandma Chio? She has long since ignored the affairs of the village. Please, what's going on now? Our father fourth Kazekage doesn't know where he went. Baki doesn't know what's going on. If Grandma Chio doesn't show up, Sanagakure will be finished. Just when the siblings were at a loss, a few soft sounds of leaves startled them. Could it be the pursuers of Konoha village? Temari and Kankuro were shocked, and hurriedly put their backs on their backs to take a defensive posture. However, the next moment, what caught their eyes was a black-robed and black-haired man with a strange mask. The opponent is carrying the weak Gaara. Who? You. Gaara. When they saw Gaara, Temari and Kankuro were overjoyed, but seeing the person coming, they became wary again. Senior, you are. Boom. There is a soft sound. Mahjong Gaara is thrown at the feet of Temari and Kankuro. Bring him back to Sanagakure. When you go back, don't tell anyone about seeing me. The face is numb and the voice is cold, giving people a chilling feeling. Master. This person must be a master. Temari and Kankuro were surprised, but still said, thank you very much. However, I don't know about you. There are too many things to worry about, but today I saved Gaara's life. In the future, if you need to find your three siblings, you'd better cooperate well. Otherwise. Snort. Me and Ma just snorted coldly, and said casually, I can save Gaara from Uzumaki Naruto of Konoha village, and I can also kill you quietly. Do not forget. Leave a word coldly, face numb and leave in a flash. Only the three siblings are left in a daze, at a loss. Who is he? But the last sentence of the other party was like thunder. He's right, he can save the weak Gaara from Uzumaki Naruto, and he will surely be able to kill all three of them. This scene instantly stunned Yama, a member of the ninja world. Isn't Noodles Uzumaki Naruto's shadow clone? He even pretended to be a master. However, what the other party did was impeccable. No matter who looks at it, the Konoha village collapse plan failed, and it is impossible for Uzumaki to forgive Gaara. And Myanmar can easily rescue Gaara from Uzumaki Hyeming, which is enough to see that Myanmar's strength is not inferior to Uzumaki Hyeming. Even taller than Uzumaki Koronaru. There is no need to take action against such a terrifying existence, and it is definitely not something Gaara and his brother can fight against. Onoki. Uzumaki Haimaru, this is really a good trick. Terumi Mei. I really didn't expect him to keep such a trick, not only to let people in Konoha village know that Jinchuriki from other villages are alive, but also to control the three Sanagakure Jinchuriki siblings. Temari. Help. Is the fate of our three siblings in Uzumaki's hands? Kankuro. Ah. Damn Uzumaki Black Wu. Why is he so vicious? Gaara. Is it possible that in the future I will only follow Uzumaki's black horse? This. Jiraiya. Hey. It seems that Koronaru wants to control not only Konoha village, but his claws have already extended to Sanagakure. Hitaki Kakashi. Hey Ming is really good at tricks. Myanmar wears a mask. His identity is close to the masked man who attacked Konoha at the beginning, and He Ming uses the identity of Myanmar to do something beneficial to himself. For the matter, the final scapegoat will be pinned on the head of a masked man somewhere in the ninja world. Dark Cave. Uchiha Obito. What do you mean? Uzumaki He Ming only knew of my existence, so he already prepared a scapegoat for me? The world of blackness. On the black-framed screen, Konoha village was hit hard like never before. The village is in a mess. However, the result was not completely destroyed. Ending with third Hokage's funeral, the black-framed screen slowly dimmed. At this moment, the ninja audience frowns. Is the black world ending here? It stands to reason that there should be the election of 5th Hokage, the return of Tsunade and the Valley of the End. Onoki. Speaking of which, the world of Black Naruto and the world of Hakunaru have undergone tremendous changes. Terumi Mei. Nowadays, Black Naruto is so terrifying, Jiraiya will definitely not take him to find Tsunade, because there is really nothing to teach him. Tsunade. HMPH. It's better not to look for me, that kid is too scary, I don't want to have anything to do with him, maybe he'll be eaten without bones left. Shimura Danzo. Cut. In the end, didn't anyone in Konoha village notice Koronaru's weirdness? Jiraiya. Orochimaru and Sanagakure are responsible for all the blame, so what's the problem with Korochimaru, can't you find something abnormal? Yakushi Kabuto. And Master Orochimaru has not been sealed by the ghoul, his hands are still there, so there is no need to go to Tsunade at all. Orochimaru. I also failed to present Sasuke with the Seal of Heaven's curse, and no one knows what will happen next. Behind. Akatsuki. Everyone was silent. Watching the borders of the screen gradually turn white, they knew that Uzumaki Beiming would appear 3 years later. Then, it's time for them to take the stage. The screen representing Beiming World began to flicker. The 3-year agreement has come. Uzumaki Naruto and Jiraiya have returned from practice, and returned to the long-lost Konoha village. Everyone. Uzumaki Naruto is back. 3 years later, Uzumaki Naruto grew a lot taller, became more muscular, and looked more mature. His period has also changed a lot, and everyone has become Chunin except him. Hyuga Neji became Jonin even more, and Gaara became Sanagakure's 5th Kazekage outrageously. Luo Sha. Nani. Gaara is actually Tamari, Kazekage? Konkuro. This is really unexpected, Gaara's personality seems to have changed a lot. Gaara. Is this all influenced by Uzumaki Hakuming? The first task of Uzumaki Naruto's return is to accept Hitaki Kakashi's test together with Haruno Sakura to test their changes over the past 3 years. Haruno Sakura learns from Tsunade, Uzumaki Naruto trembled from the strange fist. And he is no longer the Uzumaki Naruto he once was. In order to avenge his two-finger revenge, Naruto almost cast 1,000 years of death on Kakashi. In the end, the combination of the two still failed to defeat Kakashi in terms of strength, but Naruto's pretended spoiler of Kind of Heaven forced Kakashi to make a mistake. The two barely snatched the bell from Kakashi's hand. Uzumaki Naruto. Gap. Even if he came back from 3 years of practice, he is still far behind Uyankuming. Dealing with Kakashi is still so strenuous. The good times don't last long. Konoha village receives an urgent report from Sanagakure, and Gaara is captured by the Akatsuki organization. Uzumaki Naruto rushed to rescue Gaara for this, and met with Akatsuki for the first time. Their opponents are Red Sand Scorpion and Deidara. As a result, the Red Sand Scorpion died under the joint efforts of Chio Grandma and Haruno Sakura. Deidara broke both arms and fled. In the end, Gaara's tailed beast died after being pulled away. Grandma Chio used her forbidden technique to save Gaara again. And this time, the relationship between Gaara and Uzumaki Naruto, the two Jinchuriki, is getting deeper and deeper, and the relationship between Konoha village and Sanagakure is relatively more stable. Thank you, Naruto, you saved me. Onoki. Deidara. The bastard actually joined the Akatsuki organization? 4th Raikage. People from the Akatsuki organization finally surfaced. Mother-in-law Chio. My good grandson didn't expect that he would transform himself into a puppet. All of a sudden, Everyone in the ninja world frowned. The Akatsuki mentioned before finally appeared. Is this the strength of an S-rank rebel? Gaara, who is the 5th Kazekage, was taken away by them. If Xiao hadn't sacrificed his life, Gaara would have died young. Jiraiya. I think everyone in the Akatsuki organization, you should be able to show your face, there is no need to hide it. The Red Sand Scorpion. I didn't expect that I would die at the hands of the stinky old woman, and that pink-haired girl. I will kill you first when I see you in the future. Deidara. I laughed so hard, so this is how Brother Scorpion died, too. Red Sand Scorpion. Shut up. Deidara, you are no better. And in the mouth of the scorpion, Haruno Sakura learned that Yakushi Kabuto was going to meet him at Tenji Bridge. In order to find Sasuke's clues, Uzumaki Naruto and Haruno Sakura, led by Yamato, plus Sai, a member of the original Root organization. 4 people form the new 7th team to Tianti Bridge. The enraged Uzumaki Naruto incarnated as 3 Tails had a fierce battle with Orochimaru, and finally incarnated as 4 Tails, tailed Beast Bomb against Triple Rashomon. Orochimaru's scalp tingles from the beating. Eventually, under Yamato's necklace of wood style and first Hokage, Naruto returned to normal. After that, he finally met Sasuke, but at this time he found that Sasuke 3 years later was much stronger than he imagined. The other party seems to have forgotten the relationship they used to get along, and even almost killed them. This meeting with Sasuke, Naruto finds himself getting further and further away from the other party. Back to the village, Naruto began to practice the shape change of chakra nature transformation ninjutsu. At the same time, Kakuzu and Hidan killed the Jiro of the Temple of Fire, and even killed Asuma when Asuma was chasing them. Naruto was stimulated by Sasuke. He quickly completed the practice of wind-style spiral shuriken. The 10th squad is also led by Kakashi, and it is bound to take the lives of Hidan and Kakuzu to comfort Asuma's spirit in heaven. Hidan was buried in a deep pit by the wise Shikamaru, and Kakuzu died under Uzumaki Naruto's wind-style spiral shuriken. At this time, news came that shocked the ninja world. Orochimaru was killed by Uchiha Sasuke. But Sasuke, instead of returning to Konoha village, moved towards the direction of looking for Uchiha Itachi, and formed a snake team consisting of Shonglin, Suigetsu, and Jonghyun. As a result, Sasuke met Deidara halfway, and the two made a big fight, and Deidara was forced to blow himself up. Sasuke uses 10,000 snakes to pick and roll, 10,000 snake spawn. On the other hand, Jiraiya learns the location of the leader of the Akatsuki, and secretly goes to Rain Shinobi village to meet the former disciple. However, Yahiko at this time is called God Pain. The war was about to break out. Jiraiya was in sage mode, but still died in the hands of Pain, who owned Rinnegan due to insufficient information. Before he left, he finally understood everything, and the son of prophecy he had been looking for all his life was by his side. Naruto, there is no doubt that you are the son of prophecy, and everything after that is up to you. And Uzumaki Naruto, who was on the way to pursue Sasuke, didn't know about it. The battle between Uchiha Sasuke and Uchiha Itachi ended with Sasuke winning. But Uzumaki Naruto didn't meet Sasuke, but met a person who wears a mask but has a Sharingan. The guy who claims Uchiha Madara. Back to Konoha, the news of Jiraiya's death in battle made Uzumaki Naruto devastated. Fortunately, with the comfort and encouragement of Iruka and Nara Shikamaru, Uzumaki Naruto finally stood up again and went to Mount Myoboku to practice immortality. Intel. Feel the pain. Consider the pain. Accept the pain. Those who don't know pain will never know true peace. The sky above Konoha village ushered in the arrival of the god of pain. From now on, let the world feel the pain, Shenluo Tianjong. The leader of the Akatsuki organization, Pain, who owns Rinnegan, instantly blasted the bustling Konoha village to nothing but Hokage rock and a deep pit. At such a time of despair, Uzumaki Naruto, who practiced celestial arts, came to Konoha in the form of a handsome sage. With Pain, start a life and death battle. It's a pity that even Naruto, who has practiced immortal arts, is not Pain's opponent, and was ruthlessly thrust into the ground. At the critical moment, Hyuga Hinata rushed to save Uzumaki Naruto regardless of his life, but was almost killed by pain. At this moment, Naruto became angry and lost his mind. 4 tails changed to 6 tails, and Pain had almost no experience of parrying. Even though Pain's pain is above Naruto, he is still not the opponent of 6 tails Naruto. In desperation, Nagato had to use the planetary devastation, but Naruto, who continued to run away, pierced the 6 paths star during 8 tails. However, at 8 tails, 4th Hokage appeared in time and sealed the seal again. Uzumaki Naruto, who shoulders the teacher's expectation and father's love, firmly believes that Jiraiya's ideal is correct. He hopes that one day, people in the ninja world can understand each other. What the master firmly believes in, I also firmly believe in. Naruto defeated Pain and came to Nagato. He used Jiraiya's novel, The Story of Perseverance, to explain Nagato. Nagato realized that his path was wrong, and put all his hopes on Uzumaki Naruto. And cast Rinne Tensei to resurrect all Konoha village villagers and ninjas who died in this battle. Naruto, I'm just the teacher's second bad work. And you are the perfect one. So, we must let the ending of the story have a happy ending. Nagato died in front of Naruto with the expectation of Naruto. Konan took away the bodies of Yahiko and Nagato, and left Naruto with a bouquet he made himself. Uzumaki Naruto, who returned to Konoha village, became a hero welcomed by everyone in Konoha village. The hero who defeated Pain, and in the country of rain. The masked man finds Konan and asks him to hand over Nagato's Rinnegan, claiming that it's not the other's eyes. Konan fought with him, and she was ready to split the sea, and stored 600 billion detonating symbols that were about to explode. But she still underestimated the power of Uchiha Sharingan. Izanagi's mobilization allowed the masked man to escape, killed Konan, and finally took away Nagato's Rinnegan. Here. Except for the masked man, dried persimmon ghost shark and Ju, all members of the Akatsuki organization were killed. Seeing this, everyone in the ninja world felt ups and downs. Is this what happened to Ninja World 3 years later? In terms of feeling, everything is a big event, and even the masked man still has a shocking conspiracy. All the members of the Akatsuki organization are well-known figures in the ninja world, and only Hoshigaki Kisame died in the end. And the masked man even calls himself Uchiha Madara, which is not too far-fetched. And Pain's Shenlu Oshienjang is a magical skill, and he wiped Konoha village off the map with one move. This kind of person is terrible. Akatsuki. Everyone's face was ugly. Deidara. Hey, chief, isn't that hooligan an intern? Pain. Red Sand Scorpion. Deidara, you idiot, is your brain full of clay? He is obviously the mastermind behind the scenes. Hidan. Damn it, I didn't expect that I would die at the hands of a brat. Zero Kakuzu. That's because you're stupid, there's nothing you can do about it. Hidan. Are you fine? Didn't you get rid of 2 hearts at once by Uzumaki Baiming's new ninjutsu? I didn't expect that ninjutsu to be so pervert. Hoshigaki Kisame. Am I the only one alive in the end? Everyone is dead. The money we used to do the mission. Kakuzu. Don't mention this, it hurts me more than death to mention it. Where did Konan get the 600 billion detonating charms in the end? Did she use so many chakra to make it with her own paper? I guess she. I must have spent all my money on explosive charms. Konan. Kakuzu, you were slandering. Pain. Deidara. Boss, don't be silent. Are you upset to see yourself losing to Bai Ming? Red Sand Scorpion. Hehe, Uzumaki Baiming's strength up to now is similar to that of Uzumaki Haiming during the Chunin exam, the 2 of them. Wait. Something is wrong. Judging from the screen, Uzumaki Baiming failed to reconcile with 9 tails until he defeated Pain. Even so, Ino's Naruto has beaten Pain incomparably. So according to Uzumaki Black Ming's strength? Deidara. Silent pen. Deidara. I finally understand why the boss is silent. I'm afraid it's because I'm afraid that when the world of Haiming is played, I will be tortured by the other party. Hidan. When I first joined this organization, I felt that this organization was unreliable. There is Nagato behind the boss, and a masked man behind Nagato. The rest of us are all F*** king. Toolman. Facing the future results, Everyone in the Akatsuki organization didn't know how to express their feelings at this time. Everyone has almost become the background wall for Uchiha Sasuke and Uzumaki Naruto to level up. Pain's act of erasing Konoha village was cool, but it ended up being said by Uzumaki Naruto to resurrect everyone in Konoha village. The child who went down was not very big. Jiraiya. I didn't expect Pain to be Nagato. Nagato. Mr. Jiraiya, even if I see the future, I still think that your expectations are only idealized, and people cannot be understood. Jiraiya. But Nagato, aren't you also influenced by Naruto? Nagato. Perhaps, I, who failed, have no better choice. Uzumaki Naruto. Hey, we don't play like this, you on the screen have clearly changed your past. Terumi Mei. Do you want everyone to understand each other? This kind of thing can't be done at all, even if Uzumaki Beiming is. Fourth Raikage. The Son of Prophecy. I've heard that it can bring great changes to the ninja world. Onoki. Bai Ming is the Son of Prophecy, what about Hei Ming? He won't be the same. Luo Sha. Let's wait and see what happens. Now I want to know the identity of the masked man, Uchiha Madara. Senju Hashirama. That's impossible. Didn't Madara die in the Valley of the End? Uchiha Madara. Cut. You don't understand too many things. Senju Tobarama. Is it really you? I guess you are not such an honest guy. Did you use some magic to prolong your life? Uchiha Madara. Hehe. Why don't you take a good look at it? Pure Land World. Uchiha Madara is in high spirits. Sure enough, this big screen will introduce the specific situation of the future of this world. Really looking forward to the follow-up Feat B where I perform the Infinite Tsukuyomi project. The story of Uzumaki Beiming continues. Akatsuki is destroyed. Uchiha Sasuke did not return to Konoha village after his revenge. Under the explanation of the masked man, he knew that Uchiha Itachi's genocide was caused by Uchiha Itachi in order to prevent Konoha village from fighting with Uchiha, causing other villages to take advantage of it. Uchiha Itachi chose to stand on the side of Konoha village and killed the Uchiha clan. But the condition is to spare the life of my younger brother Uchiha Sasuke. Thus, Sasuke once again embarked on the road of revenge, targeting the high-level Konoha. Tsunade fell asleep due to Pain's attack. Shimura Danzo finally defeated Hitaki Kakashi and became the reserve 6th Hokage. And because Sasuke attacked Cloud Shinobi village and captured 8 tails, 4th Raikage was furious and axed Konoha village to punish the traitor. After Uzumaki Naruto learned about it, he resisted the anger of Killer Bee's apprentice for Sasuke, and was beaten black and blue. Then, he took advantage of the 5 Kages meeting to pray for 4th Raikage to withdraw his pursuit of Sasuke. Even for this, he knelt before the 4th Raikage. Of course, everything is useless. Uchiha Sasuke makes a big fuss about the 5 Kages meeting. The masked man took this opportunity to announce the start of the 4th Ninja World War. Then takes Sasuke to chase Shimura Danzo who is running away. Finally, Sasuke who opened Mangekyo Sharingan, fought Danzo on the bridge. Even Shimura Danzo, who has an arm Sharingan, has used Izanagi several times. Still being forced by Sasuke to shout everything for Konoha, and finally seal the bridge and die. Uchiha Sasuke. Damn Danzo, what's up with your arm Sharingan? Uchiha Fugaku. Also, why is Shisui's Sharingan on your body? Uchiha 360, Shisui. Hey. Master Danzo didn't believe me, so he took one of my Mangekyo away, and I gave the other to Itachi, and then jumped off the cliff. Uchiha Itachi. Shisui. Now say this. A. Uchiha Sasuke. Damn guy, you are talking. 1st generation, 2nd generation. Is this what you explained to Uchiha? Senju Hashirama. Danzo, why do you have so many Sharingan on your body? Please come out and explain. And what's the situation with wood style on your body? What are you guys doing? Shimura Danzo. Master 1st generation. Uchiha wanted to rebel at the beginning, and we were forced to destroy them under pressure, but Sharingan and wood style are the most important forces to suppress tailed beasts, so I transplanted them, all for the sake of Konoha village. Senju Tobarama. Hey. You make yourself look like a ghost. Are you sure you are for Konoha village? Shimura Danzo. I'm carrying the dark side, naturally for Konoha village. Uchiha Sasuke. You. Uzumaki White Naruto looked silly. They are the same at the same time. Is this really their Konoha village high-rise? Why would someone make such a terrible operation in a village that looks sunny? Slaughter the Uchiha clan, transplant one-armed Sharingan. Yamanaka Ino. Okay. So scary. Haruno Sakura. I can't believe it, we at Konoha village will have. This is too scary. The new generation of Konoha village ninjas stared at each other in astonishment. They couldn't believe it, and couldn't even accept this kind of thing that shocked their concepts. Nara Shikamaru. Looking at it now, Uzumaki's method is already a normal operation. Yamanaka Ino. At first I thought that Kurenai was a bit cruel besides being handsome, but now I see that he is simply a bodhisattva. Shimura Danzo. Because the masked man called himself Uchiha Madara, the Fourth Ninja World War was announced. The ninja villages of the 5 major countries have unexpectedly formed an allied ninja army. After Danzo's death, Tsunade wakes up and continues to serve as Hokage of Konoha village. Uzumaki Naruto went to the small island of Cloud Shinobi village to practice to control the power of 9 tails, and the person who helped him was Killer B of Cloud Shinobi village. Moreover, another purpose of the coalition forces is to protect the 9 tails and 8 tails on this small island, so as to prevent the masked man from gathering tailed beasts to carry out his project Tsuki no Mi. The war is extremely tragic. The masked man has not only OO White Zetsu under his command, but also Yakushi Kabuto, a celestial being who inherited Orochimaru's will and returned from practicing immortal arts. The army of impure world reincarnation has brought endless troubles to the coalition forces. However, Naruto, who can use part of the power of 9 tails, inadvertently sensed the external situation, and rushed to the battlefield with Killer B. At the same time, impure world reincarnation also came out. Uchiha Madara. Senju Hashirama. Senju Tobirama. Senju Hashirama. Madara. What the hell is going on? Who is that masked man? Is there something wrong with you too? Senju Tobirama. Brother, I think Madara must know the true identity of the masked man. Uchiha Madara. Don't get excited, hash is hot. Maybe soon, you will know everything. The dirty soil Madara is extremely brave. Facing the Ninja Alliance, he is alone. Breaking into the coalition ranks is like chopping melons and vegetables. Tengai Shinsei subverted all ninja cognition. They came to a reason. Maybe the other party is using the power of God. Rinnegan plus wood style. Uchiha Madara dances in front of the Ninja Alliance at will. Facing the joint attack of Tsunade, Gaara, Onoki, Terumi Mei, and 5 cages. Uchiha Madara's wood style avatar was 5 against 1. The full-body Susanoo opened the mountain with 1 sword, and instantly tortured the 5 shadows to the point of being powerless. Fortunately, Sasuke, who transplanted Uchiha Itachi Mangekyo, opened the Eternal Eye, and Yakushi Kabuto defeated Yakushi Kabuto and unlocked Impure World Reincarnation, which made Wukage heave a sigh of relief. But, reanimation jutsu, I can't control Uchiha Madara in front of me at all. In the end, 5 cages almost died tragically in the hands of Madara. With the help of Sasuke and Orochimaru, 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation, 4th generation. Successive Hokage was released from Shinigami by Orochimaru and Impure World Reincarnation. After Senju Hashirama told about his original intention of creating Konoha village with Madara, Sasuke chose to help Konoha village. Because of Itachi's sentence, no matter what, I am Uchiha Itachi from Konoha village. Orochimaru passing by saves Gokage who is dying. Uzumaki Naruto, who fought the masked man, also reconciled with 9 tails and became the perfect Jinchuriki. And the real clone of the masked man is Uchiha Obito. Hitaki Kakashi. Obito. Might guy. It's actually Yurihong. Impossible, because why was the leader of the 9 Tails rebellion back then? Asuma. This. Sarutobi Hiruzen, it's impossible. In the dim cave, Uchiha Obito hummed softly, slowly looked towards the discussion group. Uchiha Obito. Sorry, I won't pretend anymore. The masked man is indeed me. My plan is to collect tailed beasts, implement the infinite Tsukuyomi plan, let you all live in your own beautiful dreams, and the world will be truly peaceful. Uzumaki Kushina. Obito. Didn't expect you. Namikaze Minato. Obito. Uchiha Obito. Don't talk. Teacher. Take a good look. The world I created is the perfect world in the true sense. Crazy. This kind of thing is just crazy. For a moment, the people in the ninja world felt their scalps go numb with fear. However, everything didn't develop in the direction that Daiwang thought. He absorbed 10 tails and possessed the power of 6 paths. However, under the cooperation of Ming Zuo and everyone, Obito's heart collapsed, and all the tail beasts in his body were pulled out. At the same time, Black Zetsu turned his back on the water, controlled Obito's body to cast Rinne Tensai, and Uchiha Madara was completely revived. Nani. Black Zetsu. Uchiha Obito promised on the front foot, but was betrayed on the back foot. This feeling is very uncomfortable. Black Zetsu. Obito growled. It's a pity that Black Zetsu spread his hands. Obito. The person who originally implemented the infinite Tsukuyomi plan was Lord Madara. Oh. By the way, you can't do anything harmful to me while watching the movie. You idiot. Even if you fail at a critical moment, it is because your heart is not firm enough. People who are not firm in their hearts are doomed to fail in everything they do. Black Zetsu taunted in his heart. Uchiha Obito obviously already possessed the power of 6 paths, but because of his inner wavering, he lost to Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke. It's just that the mud can't support the wall. Senju Hashirama. Hey! What the hell are you doing? Good ninja world, you have to make a mess. Uchiha Madara. Hashi is hot, keep your eyes open, only I can truly bring peace to the ninja world. Uzumaki Naruto. But sleeping in a dream, isn't everything about people fake? It's just a dream. Uchiha Madara. Naruto, don't you experience less pain? I wonder why even a person like you would work so hard for the ninja world. I think Uzumaki would definitely agree with me, the infinite Tsukuyomi project. Uzumaki Naruto. Stop talking nonsense, Koronaru won't. The resurrected Uchiha Madara quickly and neatly. Pull out the 9 tails from Uzumaki Naruto's body, and stab Uchiha Sasuke's heart with the sword. Absorb 10 tails and become 6 paths Uchiha Madara. Madara, who seemed to be going well, encountered Obito's betrayal, and the awakened Uchiha Obito helped Uzumaki Naruto snatch back part of the tailed beast's chakra from his body. When Naruto and Sasuke were in a coma, Sage of 6 Paths appeared and gave them the power of yin and yang respectively. And told the two about Otsutsuki Kaguya and the reincarnation of Indra and Ashura. After Naruto wakes up, he fights Uchiha Madara. However, they didn't stop Uchiha Madara from casting infinite Tsukuyomi. Just when the whole world fell into a dream except for the 4 members of Class 7, Black Zetsu stabbed Uchiha Madara. Otsutsuki Kaguya descends. Even the legendary Sage of 6 Paths came out. Not only that, even the mother of Sage of 6 Paths appeared in the ninja world. Pure Land World. Uchiha Madara is numb. Is this the end result of oneself? I thought everything was under my control, I thought everything was my pawn. Turns out Black Zetsu is the real mastermind behind it. Uchiha Madara. Black Zetsu. Black Zetsu. Don't make noise, as long as the losers shut up. Senju Hashirama. Madara, it's over, your life looks equally bleak and ended up like this. Onoki. I really didn't expect that such terrible things would happen in our ninja world in the future. Terumi Mei. Otsutsuki Kaguya. Chakra Ancestor. My god, what the hell is this? With the power of yin and yang from the Sage of 6 Paths, Naruto once again battles Otsutsuki Kaguya. Finally, with the help of the awakened Obito, the 7th class led by Hitaki Kakashi successfully sealed Kaguya together with Black Zetsu. It's just that Sasuke, who was influenced by Uchiha Itachi's life, and Uzumaki Naruto started a dark battle in the Valley of the End. The 2 men leveled the entire canyon, each of them broke an arm, and the battle was forged. The fate of Indra and Ashura also ends here. Uchiha Sasuke admits defeat, Uzumaki Naruto hunted for several years and finally brought him back to Konoha village. Uzumaki Naruto, who saved the ninja world, became a hero in everyone's mind for a while. Ninja villages of the 5 major countries have also entered an unprecedented period of peace. Even, intermarriage between villagers began in their villages. So far, under the leadership of Uzumaki Naruto, the ninja world that won the 4th Ninja World War has entered a period of peace. A few years later, Uzumaki Naruto understood Hinata's intentions after defeating Otsutsuki Toneri, who was in love with Hyuga Hinata. The two are married. Raised 2 children, a boy and a girl. Uzumaki Boruto, Uzumaki Sunflower. After another few years, Hitaki Kakashi, who is the 6th Hokage, thought the time was ripe and took the initiative to abdicate. The person who becomes 7th Hokage is undoubtedly the ninja who brings peace to the ninja world. Uzumaki Naruto. It worked. The ending of Uzumaki Beiming's life is perfect. The young man who was excluded in the early stage, relied on his personal strength, relied on the cherishment of his companions, relied on him to face despair time and time again, and came back from adversity time and time again. Finally got the approval of Konoha village, and even the whole ninja world 3.5. And fulfilled his ideal, became the Konoha village 7th Hokage that surpassed the existence of previous Hokage. Onoki. I didn't expect such a terrifying power to exist in our ninja world. 4th Raikage. Especially the last battle between Hakanai and Sasuke, it was absolutely devastating. Terumi Mei. It's really not easy for Bai Ming to go all the way, for Sasuke to be beaten, and for Raikage to kneel down. Luo Sha. In order to allow people to understand each other, it was his forgiveness that made Obito wake up, and in the end helped Naruto defeat Otsutsuki Kaguya. Jiraiya. This kid really revolutionized the ninja world. Namikaze Minato. There is nothing wrong with believing in your own children. In the stands of the Chunin venue, Bai Ming breathed so excitedly that he felt a little short of breath. Is that his future? Actually led the ninja coalition to defeat the enemy's conspiracy, and even sealed Otsutsuki Kaguya. Because of his existence, because of his experience, his heart, and his choice, the ninja world has changed everyone's eternal concept. It changed the situation of incompatibility among ninjas, making all ninjas friends and companions. Even, he really became the Hokage of Konoha village, Tashirome Hokage. After the excitement, Uzumaki pinched his waist with both hands and straightened his chest. This time, he should not lose to Uzumaki Himing. Compared with future strength, Uzumaki, who has reconciled with 9 tails, should not be too far behind himself no matter how hard he tries. But with Himing's personality, it would be impossible for everyone to respect him from the bottom of his heart and become his companion from the bottom of his heart. Uzumaki Beiming straightened his collar and looked at the sky quietly. At this time, the sky and the white-framed screen have disappeared. The screen representing Himing World began to flicker. The audience has finished watching the story content of Beiming World. Judging from the current ending, Uzumaki Beiming's efforts have been recognized by everyone. Thanks to his contribution, the ninja world is completely at peace. Nowadays the pressure was on Uzumaki Koronaru. According to everyone's understanding of Uzumaki Himing, the existence of this guy will definitely be the opposite of Bai Ming. At least, with his existence, it is absolutely impossible for the ninja world to have peace. Orochimaru. As a fan of Himing, I would like to ask what you are thinking now. How? Especially seeing the future of the world where Bai Ming lives. Relying on his tenacity, Bai Ming finally made the ninja world completely peaceful. Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled lightly. Orochimaru didn't even look at him. Is Beiming's world peace because of Beiming's resilience? Is it really because of mutual understanding between people? This is nothing short of a joke. 1 month has passed since Konoha Honkai plan. During this time, Konoha village was in a mess. They blocked the news and blocked the preparation data of the loss of Konoha village as much as possible. And in order to worry about the suspicion of the outside world, Konoha village did not stop accepting mission entrustments. There are more important things, and that is the candidates for 5th Hokage. After all, the village can't live without someone to lead, and Hokage was elected one day earlier, which can also stabilize people's hearts. At this time, Uzumaki Naruto is continuing to flip through the various scrolls he got from Konoha village at home. Of course, with Naruto's prudence, he will organize all the scrolls properly so that no one will find them from his home. This time, he just used the scroll storage ninjutsu that he learned from seeing the ninjutsu used every day. Organize all the scrolls and put them in the scrolls he carries with him. Naruto, you've been rummaging through these ragged lists at home for a month. What's there to see? Nine Tails asked boredly, but Naruto just smiled. Llama. You must know the truth of knowing yourself and your enemy. And I found that there are many interesting things in these lists. For example, oh2, this. After speaking, Sui Naruto took out a confidential document. The content registered above is exactly Orochimaru. Orochimaru, ninja number 002300. The list produced by Uzumaki Naruto contains detailed records of Orochimaru's experience as a Konoha village ninja. Graduated at the age of 6, a ninja because of talent. Complete SABCD, the number of times of various types of tasks. Ninjutsu good at, big and small incidents you have participated in, and job transfers you have held. Orochimaru also entered a root organization. Naruto stared at Orochimaru's login list and said to himself, "What is the root organization? I see that many of these people's lists mentioned root. Especially in the list of those Anbu personnel, many of them were transferred from the root organization. And it was 5 or 6 years ago. 5 or 6 years ago, wasn't that the time when the Uchiha genocide was exterminated?" The other ninjas were puzzled, but the higher-ups of Konoha village knew why. When Uchiha was exterminated, Sarutobi Hiruzen cut off the right of assistant of Danzo Hokage. Disbanded his root organization and incorporated the members of the root organization into Anbu directly under Hokage. Nine Tails doesn't have much impression of root either. After all, the information he obtained was obtained when Uzumaki Kushina was chatting with Namikaze Minato. There are even many, with its state of mind at the time, it is not in the mood to listen at all. I still think that it is useless for you who already have my power to study these things. Nine Tails said proudly, but was opposed by Naruto. Don't say that. At the beginning I thought Sasuke was really the only one left in Uchiha, just look. Uchiha Itachi, Uchiha Sasuke's older brother. There is another one called Uchiha Shisui here. In the records of these two men, their Sharingan is called Mangekyo Sharingan. In particular, the illusions of these two people are very scary. It's a pity that one of the logins died, and the other one defected. As long as there is one alive, we have to pay attention. Uzumaki Naruto sets his sights on Uchiha Itachi's roster. This person, he knows. The guy who taught him Shuriken. I didn't expect that he was indeed a cruel guy who could kill even his parents. You only watched this stuff. Nine Tails showed disdain. What's so interesting about this? The result is the next second. The two lists fell in front of Nine Tails. What is this? Nine Tails read it carefully. Orochimaru. Tianzing. Who is Tianzing? I have no memory at all. Nine Tails didn't bother to continue reading, and fanned out the list. Llama. Uzumaki Naruto shook his head helplessly. Don't be so inflated. The reason why Orochimaru defected was to experiment with people from the village. And this Tianzing, there is a special mark. The only ninja in Konoha village who can use wood style. And according to another confidential document, Konoha village once tried to fuse the cells of first Hokage to make other ninjas have wood style. But the results all ended in failure, and in the end the experiment could only be stopped, and the remaining Hashirama cells were sealed up. Uzumaki Naruto rubbed his chin, thought for a few seconds. I have seen the wood style cast by first Hokage of Impure World Reincarnation. Since the document says it all ended in failure, could this man named Tianzing have something to do with Orochimaru's experiment? But I don't understand why people in Konoha village conduct wood style experiments. Is wood style very strong? In Bai Ming's story, Tenzo is the descendant of Yamato who was transferred from Anbu to lead Uzumaki Baiming. But in the Tiandichao battle, everyone naturally knew his identity. Orochimaru's wood style experiment. Onoki. Could it be? Terumi Mei. No way, isn't this kid really going to find Orochimaru? Senju Hashirama. Hey. I didn't expect that I would not be able to die safely. Sarutobi Hiruzen. First generation, you also know the power of your wood style, so we can only. Uchiha Madara. I'm laughing to death, isn't Danzo also wood style? Look at the level he uses, and that Yamato, is their wood style a joke? Senju Tobirama. In Baiming's story, Sage of Six Paths doesn't mean that the elder brother inherited the sage body. The more he develops the sage body, the stronger his ninjutsu will be. Jiraiya. I remember that Naruto also has it, and it's not surprising that Kuro Naruto also has sage body. He won't be eyeing wood style. At this time, in the dark cave, Uchiha Obito and Black Zetsu, sitting side by side. Like a pair of fellow sufferers. Black Zetsu, you know, I can also wood style. Obito, it's useless. I just know that if you let Uzumaki know your identity, you may die a miserable death. And I feel that his purpose is not just as simple as wood style. Obito and the two of us in Hymen's world may never recover. Okay. Let me tell you the truth, Naruto. Actually, wood style has the ability to suppress the tail beast chakra. Nine Tails sat up awkwardly. The reason why I was sealed back then was actually controlled by Yuba Lu to attack Konoha village. In the end Madara was defeated by first Hokage, and I was also sealed. Uzumaki Naruto. This big fox can really hide. Such a shameful deed is not a last resort, and it doesn't want to talk about it. That's right. This shows that Konoha village not only counts on Sharingan, but also wanted to use the power of wood style to suppress you. Llama. You said we can go to Orochimaru to discuss it. Get me wood style or Sharingan, too. Huh? Nine Tails jumped up in fright when he heard the words, Naruto, are you crazy? And you can't be sure that Tenzo's wood style is the work of Orochimaru. It is also possible that he is a descendant of first Hokage himself, and he will use wood style himself. No, think about it, during the Nine Tails rebellion, did you see any ninjas who could use wood style appear? If the wood style of first Hokage is hereditary, why does Konoha village conduct the wood style experiment? I think Tenzo's wood style is probably the result of Orochimaru's experiment. Nine Tails and Uzumaki Naruto debated this issue. Nine Tails showed weakness and waved his hands. I really don't understand why you have such a deep obsession with becoming stronger. Uzumaki Naruto doesn't care. Llama, you have to know that in this world, if you want to be respected, you need to be strong. Everything is false. You have to remember that forgiveness is the quality of the strong. Nine Tails was startled, savored for a long time, then shook his head. I don't understand. It's very simple, just like the Konoha Honkai plan last time. I didn't choose to forgive the residents of Konoha village for ostracizing and cursing me, so I blew up a few streets of Konoha village, causing them to die countless times. The strong have the absolute right to choose. You provoked me, but caught up with me feeling like I don't care about you. I will forgive you, and you will escape death. But I'm in a bad mood, then you will die, it's that simple. So don't listen to nonsense. The reason why they are honest is because they fear our power, not because they really want it in their hearts. Right. Orochimaru's eyes flashed brightly at Uzumaki's words. This is the Uzumaki he knows, and this is the truth he recognizes. There is no real peace in this world. The world created by Uzumaki Baiming is peaceful because Uzumaki Baiming is a pacifist. And he is the most powerful existence in the ninja world. Even Uchiha Sasuke, who is his equal, has and the only person who cares is Uzumaki Baiming. If these two join hands, the entire ninja world will not be enough for them to fight. People in other ninja village will of course live in peace. Uzumaki Naruto. Why is Black Naruto always thinking about it? How good it is to be happy with friends, and in the future, everyone will understand each other and peace will come. Orochimaru. Uzumaki Naruto, you seem to be against Naruto-kun's ideas. Uzumaki Naruto. Yes, I feel that he is really lonely like this, not as good as my choice. Orochimaru. Then let me ask you, if you don't have great strength, do you think these people will regard you as a friend? Boom. In the next second, Uzumaki Baiming's mind exploded. Orochimaru's words obviously made him very uncomfortable. The beautiful picture that was obviously just constructed was suddenly shaken. Uzumaki Naruto. Don't talk nonsense. I believe everyone can still live in harmony. Orochimaru. There is not much point in arguing now. Although you have become the 7th Hokage of Konoha village, it does not mean that your life is over. Maybe in the future, there will be stories about you. Tsunade. Hironaru, don't argue with Orochimaru, he is a fan of Kurochimaru. Jiraiya. This kind of thing is quite easy to solve. Let's wait and see how the ninja world will look after Naruto becomes 7th generation. Nagato. That's right. I entrusted the future to 613 Beiming. I just need to know what the future Rain Shinobi village will look like, and that will prove everything. Are you sure? Nine Tails looked solemn. Naruto nodded. I'm sure. I need to find Orochimaru now, to confirm this matter. Uzumaki Naruto fell into silence again, thinking for a long time before speaking. We are still strong now. I have the capital to negotiate with Orochimaru, I must ask clearly, and I need to cooperate with him. After all, the masked man on the night of 9 Tails has a sworn feud with me. Since he can control you, he is a very dangerous existence to me. I must prepare early. That guy, I will definitely make him pay the price. If possible, not only wood style, but even Sharingan, I want both of these. Boom. Uzumaki Kuroning's words were thrown into the crowd like a bomb. He thought that after Konoha Honkai's plan ended, he would be able to live a little more peacefully. Unexpectedly, he really set his mind on Sharingan, not only Sharingan, but even wood style. Senju Tobirama. Does he have to acquire all these powers that can control the tailed beast? Namikaze Minato. Perhaps the kid Hymen thinks that if he wants to resist his own shortcomings, he should make up for them. Having these two special blood inheritance is the best way. Uchiha Madara. Humph. Thanks to this kid who can think of it, but don't forget, he is the reincarnation of Ashura Chakra. If he uses Uchiha Sasuke's cells to obtain Sharingan, it will not be such a simple thing as Sharingan. Uchiha Madara's words once again threw a blockbuster to the ninja world. They just remembered that Uchiha Madara relied on the chakra contained in Senju Hashirama's cells to pull out the chakra of Sage of Six Paths, thus obtaining Rinnegan. Uzumaki Naruto. Hey! Can this guy really make it? That's Rinnegan. Uchiha Sasuke. I don't know, but if Koronaru, I think it should be successful. After all, he is someone I admire. Pamphlet Street. Tsunade came alive suddenly. Uzumaki Koronaru is getting more and more interesting. He has already dabbled in the idea of medical ninjutsu. This kid may be a good hand in medical ninjutsu in the future. Pure Land World. The most bewildering is Sage of Six Paths Otsutsuki Hagoromo. He never expected that in the world of Kuromaki, the reincarnation of Ashura would suddenly have such an idea. If the other party really did so, Ashura and Indra's chakra fused to pull out the Six Paths chakra. The fusion of the two chakra will completely cut off the fateful entanglement of Ashura and Indra in the Black World. Otsutsuki Hagoromo murmured. The world of Black Naruto seems to be much more interesting than the world of White Naruto. Maybe after being messed up by that kid, the ninja world can achieve real peace. Early in the morning, Uzumaki Naruto received a toad message from Jiraiya. The content of the letter is probably that there is a problem with the Konoha village Hokage election. A high-level executive named Shimura Danzo is dissatisfied with the Sarutobi Hiruzen faction and refuses to invite Tsunade back. Also, due to the excessive loss of Konoha village this time, and the fact that many celebrities from all walks of life were killed and injured, the daimyo of the Land of Fire who escaped the catastrophe was extremely angry. But due to the persuasion of Nara Shirju, the captain of Konoha village Jonin, and Sanin Jiraiya, without considering the future harmony between the Fire Nation and Konoha village, a step back due to fame. If Tsunade cannot be found after 1 month, Shimura Danzo will be the 5th Hokage of Konoha village. However, regarding Tsunade or Shimura Danzo, who will become Hokage, Uzumaki Naruto has not considered from the bottom of his heart. His current thoughts are almost all on finding Orochimaru. Audience. Shimura Danzo? In an instant, there was an uproar in the ninja world. After all, in the Beiming world, Danzo didn't officially appear on the stage until Pain invaded Konoha. Unexpectedly, in Hyming's world, Danzo is about to become 5th Hokage. Root organization Shimura Danzo's face was full of disbelief. What kind of method did Hyming World's self use to actually know? Danzo knew that. Since the Uchiha genocide, his own rights have been almost emptied by Sarutobi Hiruzen. The disbandment of the Root organization also almost wiped out the resources in his hands. If it weren't for the destruction of Konoha village that exceeded the standard due to Hyming, maybe I would have no way to fight against Sarutobi's faction. Danzo trembled with excitement. It seems that Jiraiya left Naruto at home to guard Konoha village, so she went looking for Tsunade by herself. Do I have a chance? Danzo took a deep breath. Now, with no power, even if he sends Anbu to attack Tsunade halfway, he can't do it. After all, the other party is Sannin, and they are double Sannin. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Old man, I guess you must be very excited to be silent, but don't think about it, you have no chance. Shimura Danzo. Humph. Senju Tobarama. Monkey. Danzo, I asked you to help each other. You two have lived like this for me for decades? Have you had enough trouble? Uchiha Sasuke. Cut. It would be best if Shimura Danzo becomes 5th Hokage, then we can see how Kuro Naruto can deal with him. Uzumaki Naruto. Sasuke. Why did Kuromaki deal with Danzo? Danzo didn't provoke him. Uchiha Sasuke. Naruto, you're an idiot. With Danzo's ambition, he might let Koronaru go, and Koronaru was going to control Konoha before. Now he's just looking for a way to become stronger. When he turns around, who is Hokage pushing unlucky? Jiraiya. But Danzo has Shisui's distinguished heavenly god's Sharingan in his hand, so I'm afraid when the time comes. Uchiha Madara. What are you afraid of? Wait for Koronaru to activate Rinnegan. No matter how powerful the illusion is, it is Mangekyo's pupil technique. The upper limit is already here. What can we do? Uchiha Fugaku. Ancestor. Listen to what you mean. Can Black Naruto really activate Rinnegan? Uchiha Madara. If he turns on Sharingan, he will definitely become Rinnegan, it's just a matter of time, and transplanting Hashirama cells will not cause any rejection for him at all. Senju Tobarama. Is it because he and the elder brother are Ashura's reincarnation? Uchiha Madara. You are smart once. Nine Tails looked down at Uzumaki Naruto in front of him. It is very clear that after the other party thinks about it, he will definitely find a way to achieve the goal. How's the situation? Nine Tails asked curiously. Today, Uzumaki Naruto discovered through perception that 2 strands of chakra that do not belong to Konoha village entered Konoha village. These days, people who are waiting for Orochi came to look for Uchiha Sasuke. Uzumaki Naruto almost became the monitor of Konoha village. He distinguishes the people who come in and out very carefully. And the chakra of these 2 people, one of them is actually comparable to a little-tailed beast. According to the report from Shadow Clone, Uchiha Itachi entered Konoha village. And that super strong chakra is in the body of a guy named Kanshi Kisame next to him. Uzumaki Naruto lies on the bed with regret. I thought it was Orochimaru, but I didn't expect it to be his ninja shuriken master. But for Uchiha Itachi, the current Uzumaki Naruto doesn't have any good impressions, the guy who can kill the whole family, but he is ruthless. What's more, they know that the organization's target is the 9 tails in their bodies. That would be even more unforgivable. Llama. You may not know, Hitaki Kakashi was instantly blamed by Uchiha Itachi. The opponent's illusion is really good, just stare at it, and Kakashi is paralyzed. And that Yurihong, I thought that as Jonin, who is in charge of the 8th class, she can have 2 brushes. On the list, she was said to be a master of illusion, but guess what? She used an illusion on Uchiha Itachi, and it bounced back to herself. It's really tempered, people are cold, but when they start to fight, people are weak and talk a lot. Hitaki Kakashi. Yurihong. Damn it. Ming looks down on people so much, I insist on teaching him a lesson. Fortunately, Might Guy came to support, and Hitaki Kakashi was spared being taken away by Uchiha Itachi. The news brought back by Shadow Clone made Uzumaki Naruto extremely depressed. In the afternoon, Uchiha Itachi and Kisame had already left, and Uzumaki Naruto did not wait for the new chakra wave to enter Konoha village. Bang bang bang. At the same time, there is a knock on the door of Naruto's house. It sounds like the other party is very anxious. The door just opened a crack, and a familiar voice broke into Naruto's ears. "Naruto, it's not good." Haruno Sakura said anxiously. Sasuke and Kakashi-sensei were taken to the hospital by intruders. Uzumaki Naruto frowned slightly upon hearing this. The expression is a little strange. Hitaki Kakashi was stared into the hospital and he knew it. Why did Uchiha Sasuke follow into the hospital together? And from the analysis of Haruno Sakura's words, both of them seem to be beaten by Uchiha Itachi and Kisame. Let's go. Let's go and see the situation together. Naruto didn't say much, and took Haruno Sakura with him, and the two quickly arrived at the hospital. First, I took a look at Hitaki Kakashi lying on the bed. The two came to the hospital again. Looking at Sasuke lying motionless on the bed, covered in cold sweat, his face twitching from time to time. His symptoms are exactly the same as Kakashi's. Don't think too much, I must have been glared by Uchiha Itachi too. Is Uchiha Itachi's illusion so strong? Naruto was a little surprised. Sure enough, the Sharingan of the three-hooked jade and the Sharingan of the dart shape are completely different. Recalling the situation where several people were fighting, Uzumaki Naruto suddenly realized that the shape of Uchiha Itachi's Sharingan was not the same as that of Kakashi and Sasuke. Sharingan, it really is a terrifying and special existence. Sasuke was rescued from the hands of the two when Might Guy was following Uchiha Itachi. At this time, the medical staff came and said to Uzumaki Naruto respectfully. There is no previous disdainful attitude at all. You mean, watermelon-headed teacher? Yes, from what Guy said, Uchiha Itachi used the same method he used against Kakashi-senpai against Uchiha Sasuke. When Guy went, the opponent didn't seem to be in the mood to fight him, so he left Sasuke and left. By the way, Naruto. The medical staff seemed to have thought of something, and continued. Sasuke's wrist seems to be broken, but the problem is not serious. The serious thing is that the spirits of him and Senior Kakashi seem to have been greatly impacted, and the chakra in their bodies is very disordered. This is an important reason why the two of them cannot wake up. For our current medical ninjas in Konoha village, chakra control has not reached the level that can help them calm down chakra. I think I can wake them up, but I have to wait until Master Jiraiya brings Master Tsunade back to the village. Only Master Tsunade's chakra controls the level of fineness to wake them up. Uzumaki Naruto was overjoyed by the medical ninja's words. That is to say, there is no possibility that Sasuke and Kakashi are awake at all. Naruto, medical ninjutsu really requires strong chakra control. I think at your level, it is not very difficult to get rid of the chakra disorder of the two of them now. Nine Tails kindly reminded me, but I heard Naruto let out a smirk. Llama. Can't you see that this is a great opportunity? Even if we can wake them up, why should we do it? Chance. What chance? Nine Tails was at a loss. Of course it's a chance to draw Uchiha Sasuke's blood. As expected of Uzumaki Black Naruto, could it be a heart of stone? Hitaki Kakashi and Uchiha Sasuke are, after all, his companions from Class 7. He just had the heart to watch the other parties suffer mentally. What if Jiraiya doesn't get Tsunade back? Wouldn't Hitaki Kakashi and Uchiha Sasuke have to lie in bed and suffer from fear all the time? Senju Hashirama. The point is, he actually drew little Sasuke's blood while he was lying in bed. Senju Tobirama. Is this really the Uzumaki clan? I've never seen such a Uzumaki clan, it's so evil. Uzumaki Beiming and Uchiha Sasuke petrified directly on the spot. Hey! Open your mouth and shut your mouth to help. As a result, at the critical moment, you actually backhanded the assistant as a stepping stone to your success. This is against the rules. Uchiha Makoto, Kushina, Black Naruto is too. Uzumaki Kushina. Ahaha. Don't worry Makoto, I think that child will not be so cruel, he may wake up Sasuke after drawing blood. Uchiha Fugaku, 4th generation, Is this child really born to you and Kushina? Namikaze Minato. It should. No, it must be our own, but the environmental changes are too affected. After listening to the narrative of the medical ninja, Uzumaki Naruto sighed. Help. It's so miserable. Naruto has a distressed expression, and he has already guessed the outline of the matter. It must be that Sasuke heard the news of Uchiha Itachi's return to the village, so he chased after him, which eventually led to such a tragic situation. This guy, his desire for revenge has never changed. Of course, killing a family's enmity, if you don't take an oath, you won't be a human being. It's so miserable, I can't sit idly by, I'll stay in bed here today. Uzumaki Naruto waved and signaled the others to leave. Naruto, I will be with you. Haruno Sakura sees the opportunity as rare, so he rushes over. No need, little Sakura. Just now that everyone has free time, you should practice hard, you know. Uzumaki Naruto's mouth twitches into a smile. Haruno Sakura's heart flutters when he sees it immediately. Sure enough, Naruto is always so gentle and kind no matter what time it is. Let me take a look here, you go quickly. Wait until everyone is driven away. Uzumaki Naruto sat until the evening. Late at night, Uzumaki Naruto slowly opens his eyes. Feeling that there was no one around the ward, he slowly took out the spare medical equipment from the medical box in the ward. It's just a few medical equipment, so it shouldn't attract anyone's attention. Naruto chuckled inwardly. Use a needle to lightly pierce Sasuke's arm, and after a while, Naruto draws a needle of blood from Sasuke's body. Hurry up and put it in a storage container. After sealing it up, Naruto directly stored Uchiha's blood in the scroll base that he carried with him. After doing everything, Uzumaki Naruto nodded in satisfaction. Wait now. However, just as Naruto was thinking, 4 new strands of chakra burst into his perception field. Take a look carefully. Naruto immediately beams with joy. These 4 strands of chakra do not seem to belong to Konoha village, but they are no strangers to Naruto. These 4 people are the ones who used the 4 purple flame formation back then. Sure enough, Orochimaru still sent someone to find Sasuke. Naruto sweeps towards Uchiha Sasuke on the hospital bed. I just wanted to help Chakra, who was in a state of disorder in the opponent's body, but after thinking about it, now doesn't seem to be the time. It is true that Uzumaki Naruto intends to go to Orochimaru, but he did not give up Yurihong completely. He will leave a shadow clone to receive information from Konoha village at any time. In this way, some unnecessary troubles and disturbances can also be avoided. And Naruto sets his sights on Sasuke, Wang Dejiao. If he wakes up now, it won't be so easy for him to get out. The thought landed, Naruto withdrew his arm. The next moment, his figure suddenly disappeared in the ward. At this time, the 4 people of Yinyan village are standing on the branches of the forest in Konoha village. Looking in the distance is still the dilapidated Konoha village. Hehe, as expected of our Lord Orochimaru. Kitamura, the leader, laughed. Yes, it can only be Lord Orochimaru's plan to destroy the largest ninja village in this state. Zuo Jin, who has 2 heads, folds his arms around his chest, with an arrogant expression on his face. I said you too, it's not the time for us to sigh now, is it? We must find Uchiha Sasuke quickly, Lord Orochimaru can't wait. Taiyu's impatient tone immediately interrupted Kitamura and Sakon's enjoyment. The 2 looked at Tayuya with distaste. Master Orochimaru just got a new body, so it should be fine. Taiyu also disdainfully said, we need to bring Sasuke back first. Lord Orochimaru will bestow him with the seal of the heavenly curse, plus observe whether he can resist, and follow up Shinshin pill to enter the second phase of the desperate test. Master Orochimaru must be in a hurry. I advise you, if you don't want to die, act faster. Cut. Why did Master Orochimaru give that kid such a high regard that he gave him a heavenly curse? Zuo Jin said sharply. Give you a curse, can you live? All the scenes of the Yinyan foursome fighting each other were all seen by Uzumaki Naruto. Sure enough, these 4 people did not. It seems that Orochimaru really likes to help. The sudden sound immediately alerted the 4 members of Yinyan, who, however, just as they were about to take action, they felt a surge of chakra hitting them like a sea wave. For a moment, they were so oppressed that they couldn't move. Uzumaki Koronaru's plan begins. Everyone in the ninja world was nervously waiting for the development of the situation. Given the current situation, if the four of Otagashi reject Uzumaki's request, Koronaru might really have a hard time finding where Orochimaru is hiding. But, refuse. Denial means death. Uzumaki Naruto naturally knows why Orochimaru desires Sasuke. Jiraiya told Naruto that Orochimaru seems to have learned some kind of ninjutsu that can occupy other people's bodies. Occupying the body allows him to maintain the opponent's physical skills and guessed abilities. Naruto has a high level of comprehension, and he understood the opponent's purpose in an instant. Sharingan. Swirl. Uzumaki Naruto. After seeing the person coming, Duoyo couldn't help screaming in horror. Not only her, but the other three felt their bodies tremble suddenly. They never expected that they would meet Uzumaki Naruto the second they entered the village in the middle of the night. They didn't forget the other party's performance in the Konoha Honkai plan last time. If Uzumaki Naruto was not present, Konoha village would have been destroyed by Orochimaru and Shukaku long ago. Especially thinking of Naruto playing with Gaara's head as a ball, the four of them broke out in a cold sweat. In the middle of the night, the four of you don't sleep. What are you doing in Konoha village? Can't sleep because of insomnia, come back to review the original achievements? Naruto chuckles. No, not an opponent at all. The four did not hear Uzumaki Naruto's speech at all. It was the first time they had such close and direct contact with Uzumaki Naruto's chakra. Fear. The horror of the opponent is completely beyond their imagination. You. Why are you here? Tayuya's body trembled uncontrollably. It's really bad, I didn't expect to die here when I just came to Konoha village. Uzumaki Naruto still kept smiling. Of course I'm waiting for you. I have been waiting for you for several days. What? The four people were even more terrified when they heard the words. It turned out that the other party had already calculated that they would return to Konoha. Seeing that the four were silent, Uzumaki Naruto became impatient. Shouldn't you four use what you have learned to attack me? Attack a hammer. Didn't you see that we are unable to move under the pressure of your chakra? The four of them are terrified with embarrassment. Okay, since you guys don't talk, then listen to me honestly. 093. Uzumaki Naruto retracted the joke just now, his eyes became indifferent. For Orochimaru's subordinates, Naruto has no so-called kindness. These people are the ones who kill people without blinking an eye. I will give you a chance to live now. Take me to Orochimaru. Of course I'm impatient, you can refuse, and you will end up dying where you are. Uzumaki Naruto's words immediately made the four of them gasp. Take him to meet Orochimaru? What is the difference between this and death? However, at this moment, Naruto spoke again. Don't worry, I have something to discuss with him. I don't want to become a hostile relationship with him. If our negotiation goes well, in front of him, you have made a great contribution. Maybe there is still a chance of survival. Made a great achievement? The audience burst out laughing at Uzumaki's words. In Hakunaru's world, the Uchiha Sasuke that the four of them brought back almost became Orochimaru's real father. Waiting for a long time for fear that the other party would be unhappy, but in the end he was attacked and dismembered by Sasuke. This time the four of them are going to take Uzumaki back again? Wouldn't that bring back an ancestor? Orochimaru would be lucky if he didn't hack them to death. This is the sealed book of Konoha village, I think Orochimaru will be interested. Uzumaki Naruto took out a large scroll and shook it, then took it back. The ninjutsu on the book of seals, Naruto Suizuo has already memorized it by heart. Impure world reincarnation, 8 inner gates, 4 elephant seal, ghoul seal, tandem paper bombs, multiple shadow clone technique. He sealed the ghouls and erased them from the book of seals according to the level of ninjutsu's danger to himself. The remaining ninjutsu should not be a big problem in the hands of Orochimaru. And as far as impure world reincarnation is concerned, maybe because I have learned ninjutsu from it a long time ago. The ninjas of Konoha village turned into muggles on the spot. In the world of Beiming, Orochimaru encouraged Mizuki to steal the sealed book. In the world of Kurochimaru, although Mizuki had no excuse to get close to Kuromaki, who would have thought that this guy would actually use the sealed book of Konoha village as a bargaining chip to trade with Orochimaru. Senju Hashirama, Black Naruto and Haku Naruto, their worlds are really turned upside down. Senju Tobirama, Damhei Naruto, who actually used the ninjutsu developed by the old man as a bargaining chip. Uchiha Madara, ha ha ha, I think Okinawa is dying. Uzumaki Kushina, Hei Ming erased the ghoul seal of our Uzumaki family. I don't know whether he is worried or has an opinion on our family's sealing technique. Namikaze Minato, with that child's prudence, I think it's necessary to worry. After all, once you're caught by a ghoul, you really have no choice but to run away. Sarutobi Hiruzen, hey, it's really hard to guard against a house thief, it's hard to guard against a house thief. Jiraiya, old man, what are you excited about? Don't say you haven't shown Orochimaru the Book of Seals, otherwise how did he learn impure world reincarnation? Tsunade, I also want to say this. The old stuff must have been shown to Orochimaru before. The reason why he asked Mizuki for it may be because some research needs the above ninjutsu. Yin gritted his teeth unwillingly, but now, they have no better choice. It is impossible to find Sasuke tonight. If they want to play tricks on Uzumaki Naruto's eyelids, they know very well that the other party can quickly kill them. Curse seal? Don't forget, Uzumaki Naruto didn't use the power of the tailed beast. Not to mention, he seems to have inherited the art of immortality and summoning at Mount Myoboku. After experiencing Uzumaki Naruto's surging chakra, the four people dared not have any friction with him out of fear. I can only obediently take Uzumaki Naruto and leave Konoha village. This is the third time Uzumaki Naruto has walked out of Konoha village. Excluding Mount Myoboku, it was only the second time. Because of the Honkai plan, the current Konoha village is only a bluff on the surface, and the internal tension is so high that it is difficult to manage the entry and exit of personnel properly. Otherwise, at the level of these four people, Uzumaki Naruto followed the four of them alone, and he wasn't worried at all about the other party's tricks. After all, he wanted to kill four people, but it was only an instant effort. But in the spiritual world, Nine Tails seems to have become a little less calm. Naruto, are you really sure you want to take this risk? After all, any experiment is accompanied by risks. Otherwise, why would the wood-style experiment in Konoha village be forced to suspend? Uzumaki Naruto is of course aware of Nine Tails' concerns. He shakes his head slightly. Kurama, it's a lie to say you don't worry about risks. But we have too many opponents because we are strong. There is still an existence that can control you. Uzumaki Naruto is not a fool. Although he learned the art of immortality at Mount Myoboku, he is very clear that his most powerful power comes from the chakra of Nine Tails in his body, which is different from other species. He has no contact with Sharingan. Of course, with his special status, he wouldn't be so stupid as to go to war with someone just to do an experiment to test whether the opponent can control the Nine Tails in his body. I read the wood-style experiment recorded in the Konoha secret file. Because the power of wood-style is too strong, no one can resist the irascible chakra, which caused wood-style to go berserk and the experimenters died. I think it's not just wood-style, the principle of Sharingan is the same. If your own chakra and body can't withstand the impact of these two forces, they will naturally fall apart. So I decided to take a gamble, relying on the super physique of my Uzumaki clan, chakra, and your existence. I want to try to see if I can suppress these two special blood successors. Uzumaki Naruto's gaze became extremely deep. Tianjin. He has never met Tianjin, but in Naruto's mind, that guy must have something special. Perhaps ninjas with dual attributes of water and soil have a better effect on transplanting wood-style. ACDD. It's useless to think about it now. When we meet Orochimaru, let's listen to what he has to say. After Uzumaki Naruto finished speaking, he looked at the four people ahead. Didn't you have enough to eat when you went out at night? Follow Orochimaru, can't even eat enough. Why do you run so slowly? Hurry up. Yes. Uzumaki Naruto's low voice once again scared the shit out of the four of them. I was afraid that Uzumaki Naruto behind me would be upset, so he rushed up from behind and sent him to the Pure Land. Don't dare to think too much, the four of them immediately quickened their pace. What a pity. Everyone in the ninja world couldn't help but mourn for a few seconds for the four people in the black world. But on second thought, all four of them seemed to have died in the battle for Sasuke in Baiming's world. Looking at it this way, it is not unacceptable if you are only intimidated for a few words but can save your life. Yin and the four of them dare not neglect. Run overnight to the experimental base where Orochimaru is hiding. Soon, the five people came to the outside of the experimental base. Uzumaki Naruto looked at the base in the deep pit, frowning unavoidably. Orochimaru, is this really a snake? So like living underground? Also, it's not winter yet. Uzumaki Naruto-sama. This is Lord Orochimaru's base, Tayuya said tremblingly. Not at all as arrogant and impatient as when entering Konoha village. Naruto gave the four of them a blank look, and immediately shook them in fright. Don't you guys know how to lead the way? Take me directly to Orochimaru. Uzumaki Naruto said in a deep voice. When he came here, he had already collected all his breath. Careful like Orochimaru, if people in this area catch a trace of strangeness, they will definitely run away. It seems to see what Uzumaki Naruto is thinking. Tayuya forced a smile. Master Orochimaru just got a new body recently. Still getting used to. So, Uzumaki Naruto heard this and glanced at Tayuya. Without further words, he followed the four of them into the dimly lit laboratory. Hiss. Uzumaki Kuromaki's glance made Tayuya gasp in fright. It's over. The look means a lot. I'm afraid it won't be the time when I will kill myself. Tayuya. Master Orochimaru, what do you mean by Koronaru's look? Orochimaru. Tayuya, there are two possibilities. One is that Naruto-kun is disgusted by your betrayal of Yurihong, and he will find time to kill you. Tayuya. No, that's not right. If you want to talk about the seller asking for glory, the four of us brought him to you, isn't that already considered the seller asking for glory? Orochimaru. That's the second point. Naruto-kun thinks that you are a good flatterer. If you perform well in the future, you may be reused. Tsunade. Asterisk. Jiraiya. Orochimaru. I remember correctly, this is your subordinate, have you given up struggling? Orochimaru. Jiraiya. I like Naruto-kun's way of doing things better than your so-called understanding between people. Sarutobi Hiruzen. I really think too much. Orochimaru became fascinated by Koronaru through the various inner thoughts of Koronaru in the dialogue of Nine Tails after watching the movie, but in the world of Koronaru, you can. It is not clear about all this. Red Sand Scorpion. At that time, the stinky snake will fight Hei Ming, and let Hei Ming slap him to death. Orochimaru. That can't be, I still know myself very well. Orochimaru's experimental base made Uzumaki Naruto feel uncomfortable. It is not so much an experimental base as it is a large prison. The rooms on both sides of the aisle are all cells. The people locked inside are shackled and handcuffed, as thin as a mummy. Orochimaru, it's really a bad taste, Naruto thought to himself. However, based on his knowledge of Orochimaru in the data, he immediately understood that this group of people are all the other party's test products. The people who can escape from here, like the group of four, who can move freely, presumably are the existence of successful experiments. Llama, I didn't expect that we would become Orochimaru's test subjects one day. Nine Tails is speechless. Lying down with head tilted. It's not because of your strong power, just follow what you said, bear with it. Until entering a spacious room. The moment the four of them entered the door, they immediately knelt down on one knee beside the bed. Master Orochimaru. We're back. What about Sasuke, didn't you bring him back? Orochimaru, who is leaning on the bed, looks weak. After mentioning Sasuke's name, he sighed slightly. Perhaps because of the influence of Uzumaki Naruto, it is indeed difficult for you to persuade Sasuke to come. It really doesn't work, just tie him up. When he sees the power I give him, I will rekindle his desire for revenge. Orochimaru coughed lightly, completely missing Uzumaki Naruto standing by the door. Master Orochimaru, We did not bring Master Sasuke back this time, Tayuya said respectfully. In the eyes of the four, Uchiha Sasuke seems to have long been Orochimaru's next incarnation, that is, their leader. But the change in Tayuya's tone made Orochimaru startled. Huh? But we brought Master Uzumaki Naruto back, Orochimaru. What did you say? Who? Orochimaru couldn't believe his ears. The four said they brought Uzumaki Naruto back. The Uzumaki Naruto who has learned Senjutsu and become the perfect Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. What are you doing when you bring him back? Are you planning to take over the old nest? However, it has not waited for the big snake to come out of the gap. Uzumaki Naruto has stepped to his bedside. Orochimaru, we meet again. Uzumaki Naruto. Orochimaru paled in shock. These four wastes must have been threatened by the other party with their lives, so they chose to betray themselves. Don't get excited, because the snake. I'm here to discuss cooperation with you. The negotiation between Uzumaki Koronaru and Orochimaru started, and everyone was extremely nervous. It is unclear what the outcome of the negotiations between the two parties will be. On the high platform, Sarutobi Hiruzen glanced sideways at Orochimaru. But he was taken aback by Orochimaru's staring eyes. As his master, Sarutobi Hiruzen had never seen Orochimaru so engrossed in a single moment. Cold sweat broke out on his hard face. Orochimaru must be more nervous than the others at this moment. Perhaps in the eyes of others, he is a crazy experimental pervert, lamenting the fragility of life while wanting to study all ninjutsu in the world to get the truth of the world. Even, he softened and transformed his body into a variant. Pervert also morphs, but Orochimaru asks himself, he is not a bloodthirsty person. Especially when you are weak, it would be foolish to fall out with Uzumaki who is in front of you. There should be no problem at all. Orochimaru swallowed nervously, staring intently. Master Orochimaru. Hearing the commotion, Yakushi Kabuto suddenly rushed in from the outside. The moment he saw Uzumaki Naruto, he couldn't believe his eyes. You four idiots, why were you followed here by Uzumaki Naruto? After speaking, Yakushi Kabuto took out his kunai and made a defensive posture. Uzumaki Naruto glanced at Yakushi Kabuto coldly, and sarcastically said, Orochimaru, your subordinates are very loyal to you. It's a pity that his courage stops here. If my subordinates don't charge up with kunai now, I will look down on him from the bottom of my heart. Yakushi Kabuto was stunned when he heard this, and then said harshly, Don't talk nonsense, I'm thinking about the safety of Lord Orochimaru. Cut. Uzumaki Naruto is too lazy to talk to Yakushi Kabuto. If he can really be stabbed by kunai, he thinks he can live in the ninja world without shame. I didn't respond to Yakushi Kabuto's sick behavior. Naruto didn't come to fight Orochimaru after all. You. Go outside and get me a chair. Don't bother me and you guys to buy Shangwang Dazong if other people are fine. Uzumaki Naruto points to Tayuya. Tayuya was stunned, nodded quickly and said, Okay, wait a moment, I'll do it right away. This scene directly stunned the ninja world, especially the same period of Uzumaki Beiming. Is this the strength of Hyeming? Totally unreasonable. Yamanaka Ino. Haiwu is so domineering. Haruno Sakura, but he's a little handsome. Hyuga Hinata. Naruto-kun like this is very attractive. Uzumaki Beiming was even more stupid. This guy doesn't make any noise, he casually lets the people below do things honestly. And the other party is Orochimaru's subordinates. Is this what Orochimaru calls the privilege of power? Could it be that the peace in the ninja world I created is really just an illusion that others fear me? Uzumaki Beiming, confused. Stay until Tayuya comes back. The Otogakure 4 and Yakushi Kabuto look at Orochimaru in embarrassment. The dilemma of wanting to leave but not daring to leave made them look bitter. Orochimaru. Silent. Go out, if Naruto-kun really wanted to harm me, he would have done it long ago. Orochimaru waves his hand. The other five were relieved and walked outside. The moment the door closes, Uzumaki Naruto took out the small scroll that he carried with him, and took out the large circle of the sealed book. This is the sealed book of Konoha village, I don't know if it will be useful to you. But the purpose of my trip is to confirm one thing with you, whether Tianzang's wood style is related to your wood style experiment. Sealed book. The moment Orochimaru saw the sealed book, his head seemed to explode. Why did Uzumaki Naruto come to him with the sealed book of Konoha village? Is he a defector? No reason. Looking at Orochimaru's silence, Naruto narrowed his eyes. You are a traitor. Do you still want to keep a secret for Konoha village? Moreover, this is the real sealed book. Answer me, whether Yinzang's wood style is related to your experiment. This breath. So F** Kinghard. The audience was dumbfounded. Is this to talk about cooperation? It's like interrogating a prisoner. Thinking that he is a dignified Sanin, but being said like this by a younger generation, Orochimaru is dissatisfied, but now he is in a weak position, so he can only frown. Who is Tianzang? Uzumaki Naruto. What? Seeing Naruto's staring eyes, Orochimaru suddenly panicked. But after thinking about it for a long time, he really couldn't remember who Tianzang was. But soon, he suddenly realized who Uzumaki Naruto was referring to. I remembered, you said that child. At the beginning I used the wood style experiment done by many children, but only one survived, and was later brought to the root by Danzo. Tianzang must be his later name. After all, I don't remember the names of those children at that time. Orochimaru sneers. At least in terms of momentum, you can't lose to the whirlpool Naruto in front of you. You are really crazy, just for the experimental data? Uzumaki Naruto glanced at Orochimaru contemptuously. You never let go of the child. He, for the sake of experimental data, I will not consider the so-called positive teeth. Uzumaki Naruto nodded knowingly. In this world, the strong have absolute privileges, just like Orochimaru in front of me, so what if he does such a thing? Those villagers can only eat Coptis chinensis. That's fine. Uzumaki Naruto also no longer wants to talk nonsense with Orochimaru. Throw the sealing techniques directly on Orochimaru's bed. Don't worry, just open it. I got it from Sarutobi Hiruzen's house. The purpose of my visit this time is to let you help me transplant the ability of wood style. And Sharingan, Orochimaru didn't go to get the sealed book immediately, because Naruto's words were deafening. You mean? However, before Orochimaru could react, Uzumaki Naruto continued to speak. Since you were able to impure world reincarnation out of first Hokage, I think you should have got his corpse. Extracting Hashirama cells should not be difficult. There is also a question about Sharingan. I've got Uchiha Sasuke's blood. You can also extract his cells from his blood. Uzumaki Naruto finishes speaking. The whole room fell silent. I don't know how long it took. Orochimaru's eyes widened in disbelief. What did you say? Uzumaki Naruto angrily. The body you occupy this time is so hard to be Minato. Orochimaru. Overbearing. Uzumaki Black Ming is too domineering. The audience was dumbfounded by the negotiation between the two. Is Uzumaki Black Naruto negotiating a deal? He behaved almost like a boss reprimanding his subordinates. Orochimaru was said to be dumbfounded. With difficulty, Orochimaru reacted. Afterwards, the conversation between the two finally became much more positive. Naruto-kun, are you crazy? I think you should also know the purpose of my going to Konoha village. It seems that you already know a lot about me. That's right. The next person I will be in the container is Uchiha Sasuke. The purpose is the same as yours. I want to obtain Sharingan by occupying his body. Do you know why? Orochimaru smiles evilly. Seeing that Naruto remained silent, Orochimaru immediately added, if you can successfully transplant the Sharingan just by extracting the cells so that you can get the Sharingan, then I don't need such trouble. Because the cells contain chakra energy, if two energies that cannot be fused are injected together, severe repulsion will occur, and the body cannot bear it at all. Look at Hitaki Kakashi's Sharingan. Even after the transplant, the burden is still quite heavy. If you fuse the cells in Uchiha Sasuke's blood into your blood, the chakra in his cells will completely destroy your body. Wood Style's experiment is the same. If you want to find a matching body, it is simply 1 in a million. Maybe even if you are a member of the Uchiha clan, you may not be able to fuse with the chakra in Sasuke's cells, do you understand? After listening to Orochimaru's words, Uzumaki Naruto suddenly realized. No wonder he used so many children to collect experimental data. The purpose is to show off the election. According to what you said, isn't this luck? HMPH. Naruto-kun. Orochimaru shook his head. You are so naive. Unfortunately, Uzumaki Naruto breathed a sigh of relief. So the success rate of the experiment depends entirely on the compatibility between cells? That is to say, before this, we can use the cells in our body to do fusion experiments, is that so? If the compatibility is higher, the success rate will be higher when re-implanted. Uzumaki Naruto's words stunned Orochimaru. This kid. It can't be true. Yes. Orochimaru nodded mechanically. So when can you start? Just fuse my cells with Sasuke's cells and first Hokage's cells, let's see the situation first. Then, based on your experimental data, analyze the probability of success after the fused cells are completely implanted into my body. Orochimaru. Is this guy not understanding what I'm talking about? 0. Ask for flowers. Orochimaru was immediately stunned, especially talking to such a person who has no idea of experiments is simply torture. Who do you think you are? Cells are very strong if they can fuse in pairs. You don't want to fuse one cell together. But after thinking about it, Orochimaru's eyes showed a trace of imperceptible evil. Uzumaki Naruto. The child of Namikaze Minato and Uzumaki Kushina, has the blood of the Uzumaki family, and is the nine-tails Jinchuriki of Konoha village. This kind of experimental material is rare, not to mention that the other party still took the initiative to send it to the door. Orochimaru rolled his eyes and became excited. You come to the laboratory with me now, we will start now. So happy to agree. Uzumaki Naruto didn't expect things to go so smoothly, Orochimaru didn't even. Have a look at the sealed book on the bed. Sure enough, for Orochimaru, nothing makes him feel better than doing experiments. What Uzumaki Naruto has to do is very simple, that is, to give Orochimaru the blood he prepared and Sasuke's blood. Next, I need to collect blood cells. It may take a little longer. If you have nothing to do, you can take a stroll around. However, don't destroy my experimental equipment and experimental materials. Orochimaru greets Yakushi Kabuto as his assistant. However, he did not explain to Yakushi Kabuto why Uzumaki Naruto came. The steps of the experiment seem to be very troublesome. Orochimaru extracts cells, culture cells. I don't know how much time has passed, even in the dark basement. If you don't look at the time, you don't know how many days have passed. Wait for everything to be properly completed. The cell fusion experiment is officially started. Suddenly, Yakushi Kabuto's exclamation came from the experiment in the back room. Master Orochimaru, look quickly. Orochimaru naturally saw the result through a microscope. Uzumaki Naruto's cells and Uchiha Sasuke's cells fused quite smoothly, and it could even be said to be a perfect combination. The chakra in the cells of the two of them did not show any signs of rejection at all. This is impossible. Even brothers, it is impossible for the chakra contained in the body to achieve such a perfect fusion. What exactly is going on? Orochimaru, who does not believe in evil, put the cultured Hashirama cells into Mingzo Cell King. As a result, the once berserk Hashirama cells were also perfectly fused into the Ming Zuo cells. Yakushi Kabuto is stupid. Orochimaru is even more stupid. He seems to have discovered a new continent. He remembers very clearly that when he was doing the wood-style experiment, the cells from both sides were so perfectly fused. Even if there is no phenomenon of chakra crowding out and exploding, cells that can fuse a little bit are good-looking experimental materials. They will transplant this cultured cell into the human body, and then create this new type of cell in the body. After transplantation, it depends on the physical problem. If the body cannot be suppressed or is not suitable, the wood style released by the chakra in the first Hokage cells will directly penetrate the body and die. Like Uzumaki Naruto, the phenomenon of direct three-party cell fusion does not exist at all. Quick. You combine Sasuke's with first Hokage's. Orochimaru continues to experiment. There are also Uzumaki Naruto's and first Hokage's. But it's strange, Sasuke and first Hokage have flaws, but compared to the past, they are already quite perfect. Only Uzumaki Naruto, the fusion with both of them is perfect. Orochimaru. What the hell is going on? Why is there a flaw in Sasuke's first-generation purpose? Uchiha Madara. Cut. You still do experiments like this, although one of them is Indra and the other is Ashura, but they don't belong to the same era. Mingzuo, me and Hashirama. This is belonging to Ashura and Indra of the same period. Jiraiya. There is a difference. Then why Naruto and first generation? Tsunade. Jiraiya, are you an idiot? My grandfather and Naruto both belong to Ashura. What can go wrong with chakra between them? Uchiha Fugaku. Wait a minute, I have a problem. Even if the chakra of Sasuke and Naruto and first Hokage includes Ashura and Indra, they also have their own attributes. For your own chakra, why didn't you reject it? Senju Tobirama. I think it should be the grade of chakra. Ashura and Indra are the sons of Sage of Six Paths, and their chakra is the closest to Sage of Six Paths, so we put it. His chakra is completely covered, and the fusion of these two chakras will produce the chakra of Sage of Six Paths, which presumably can cover everything. Orochimaru. It seems to be like what second Hokage said, otherwise it really can't be explained. Recently. Orochimaru forgets to eat and sleep, busy day and night. Never walked out of that laboratory. Uzumaki Naruto will occasionally take a look, because the attitude towards him has obviously changed 360 degrees. Naruto-kun. Orochimaru seems to have forgotten the discomfort of taking the house not long ago. The fusion of cells is perfect. This is the most perfect, valuable and meaningful experiment I have ever seen. Orochimaru's excited appearance also made Uzumaki Naruto heave a sigh of relief. It seems that the cell fusion is very smooth. After all, Uzumaki Naruto doesn't understand the meaning, let alone the effect of a little more fusion of two phases in the experiment. Naruto. I think the rest of the time is for cell transplantation. This step is quite critical. I looked at Orochimaru's appearance, and it seemed that the success rate was very high. But have you ever thought that if you succeed, Orochimaru will fuse all this into other people's bodies? If that's the case, wouldn't you create yourself an opponent whose strength is comparable to yours? Nine Tails' words made Uzumaki Naruto stunned. He looked at Nine Tails, with a look in his eyes as if looking at a fool. Hey! Naruto! I'm not joking with you. A mad scientist like Orochimaru doesn't care about these things. However, Naruto signaled Nine Tails to shut up. Llama. Even if a person like me is really created, does he have immortal skills? Does he have Kurama? Please think about it. Two opponents who can be at the same level are afraid that the opponent will win with one move and a half. Not to mention I have more Senjutsu and Kurama than him. Why should he beat me? 363. Open 8 inner gates nitrogen life? Rock Lee. Mr. Guy, is Hyming laughing at me? Might Guy. Yo Lee. You can't think like this. This is Hyming's recognition of us. Don't forget the red blood that burns after turning on the 8 gate. It really boils people's hearts. Uchiha Madara. It's just Krypton's tricks. Can you not mention 8 inner gates formation? Hyuga Neji. Hei Ming is right. When Lee was fighting against Gaara, the side effect of 8 gate was too great, and now he has the sealed book of Hei Ming in hand. I don't know if he. Senju Tobirama. This kid, I'm afraid he's going to heaven. Uzumaki Naruto's words made Nine Tails feel relieved. Especially when mentioning herself, Nine Tails flicks her tail proudly. Well, now that you've said that, I don't care about it. And I think what you said is right, with my and your fairy art, even if the other party fuses your cells, they can't defeat us. The two exchanged a few words, and Orochimaru came out of the laboratory excitedly. In his hand, he also holds a glass vessel. It is filled with red liquid. I have integrated the cultured cells into your previous blood. Now you just need to re-inject your blood into your body, and then put you in my special culture medium for cultivation and observation. Orochimaru looks at Naruto expectantly. Suddenly, he said earnestly, I hope you can persevere and recultivate new cells from your blood to change the environment in your body. The new chakra may be able to stimulate you to successfully open Sharingan and have wood-style secrets. Uzumaki Naruto nods. the transplant process was also quite smooth. Orochimaru did everything well, and locked Uzumaki Naruto into a container of culture fluid. After waiting for several hours, seeing that Uzumaki Naruto seemed to be asleep, Orochimaru left with a little peace of mind. Master Orochimaru. Yukushi Kabuto sees Orochimaru appear, and rushes up to him. Did the experiment go well? Uzumaki Naruto. There is no phenomenon of wood-style rampaging and piercing the body. Orochimaru let out a long sigh. Several hours have passed, I think there should be no big problem. Just wait for new cells to be born in his body. In this way, his blood will also undergo some changes due to the changes in the cells. You mean if the experiment is successful, he is no longer a member of the Uzumaki clan? Yukushi Kabuto asks. However, Orochimaru shook his head. Of course he is still a member of the Uzumaki clan, and the physique of his Uzumaki clan will not change because of this. If the experiment is successful, nothing more than his Uzumaki physique will be greatly enhanced. Of course, all of this must wait until the experiment is successful. Orochimaru is full of anticipation. This is the most perfect experiment he has done so far. And the materials used are all quite terrifying. Think about it for a while. Orochimaru's eyes showed a hint of expectation. He picked up the remaining experimental materials and went to other rooms. In the room, there are several strong ninjas ready to move. If you succeed this time, you will become invincible existences in this ninja world. The strength will surpass the 5 major countries. At that time, even if you hate me and want to kill me, it will be quite easy. Bring it on. Orochimaru injected the remaining material of the 3-party cell into the person in front of him in the form that was just injected into Naruto's body. Of course, at the moment when he injected the first person, only heard a loud bang, the man's body exploded on the spot. Nani. The impact of the explosion destroyed the entire laboratory on the spot. Orochimaru and Yukushi Kabuto are rushed out of the laboratory while rolling. Damn it. Obviously theirs can also be integrated with the latest model, why the experiment will fail. Orochimaru is dumbfounded. Such precious experimental materials were completely destroyed in the impact just now. But he doesn't know which step he took wrong. Audience. In response to that sentence, people's hearts are not enough to swallow an elephant. Perhaps no one of them is aware of the special identity of Uzumaki Himing. The error between this kind of information will naturally lead to this kind of consequence. Uchiha Madara. I'm dying of laughter. Do you really think everyone is the reincarnation of Ashura? Namikaze Minato. Senior Madara. Those people are clearly able to fuse into the new type of cells. Why did they have problems when they were implanted? Senju Tobarama. Ashura and Indra. The chakra of Sage of 6 Paths has been pulled out of the cells. This kind of chakra can take care of everything. Orochimaru obviously reversed the order due to insufficient intelligence. Namikaze Minato. I get it. Simply put, because Naruto is the reincarnation of Ashura chakra, the closest person to 6 paths, so he can adapt to chakra from Sage of 6 Paths, and change to any normal ninja. See, it seems that the fusion is perfect, but they are actually swallowed by the chakra of 6 Paths, and they themselves cannot bear the chakra of Sage of 6 Paths. Tsunade. As expected of Konoha's most talented people in history, so those people's bodies exploded, which is a very normal phenomenon. Jiraiya. Orochimaru, always engage in such self-righteous cleverness. If Naruto really opens Sharingan, I believe Orochimaru will definitely transplant the remaining materials into his body. Tsunade. It's a pity that this is impossible. If he dares to do it, he will explode in the next second. Jiraiya. Orochimaru, bang, exploded. Orochimaru, hash. In the spiritual world of Uzumaki Naruto, he seems to be asleep, and his mind is chaotic. Suddenly, he seemed to feel his eyes turned into a pair of scarlet 3-tomo Sharingan. But in the next second, there was a stabbing pain in his eyes, and 2 bloodstains emerged from his eyes. 2 pupils flicker. Sanguyu's Sharingan changed suddenly, and turned into a pair of rippled eyes emitting purple light. What is this? Uzumaki Naruto said something casually. Ah, Sharingan, why is it gone? However, soon, his eyes returned to his original blue pupils. At the same time, an inexplicably huge chakra gushes out from Naruto's body. Chakra? What a powerful chakra, who is it? Uzumaki Naruto only felt that his eyes were dark, he was unconscious, and this inexplicably powerful chakra was enough to make him panic. In front of this powerful chakra, the chakra that I was once proud of is simply insignificant and not worth mentioning. Who? Uzumaki Naruto roared in horror. At the critical moment, Daudeo's familiar voice rang out from his ears. Naruto. Hey! Naruto. Naruto, wake up, are you okay? Don't scare me. Hey, kid. Damn it, it's all your fault for being too impulsive. I didn't let you take risks at the beginning, and you didn't listen. This voice. It turned out to be a llama. Uzumaki Naruto's eyelids moved slightly, in the sea of spiritual consciousness. Nine Tails saw that Naruto had some reaction, and immediately continued to shout. Wake up, Naruto. Don't fall asleep. Hello. Finally, with Nine Tails yelling and yelling, even writhing Naruto with their claws. Uzumaki Naruto finally opened his eyes, and his eyes are still blue. Ah. Llama. Uzumaki Naruto always felt profusely sweating. The powerful chakra just now made his heart skip a beat, and he broke out in a cold sweat. That's right. As if thinking of something, Uzumaki Naruto looked at Nine Tails beside him. Kurama, look into my eyes, have you become a Sharingan? Staring at Naruto's blue eyes, Nine Tails sighed, with a regretful expression. Although I'm sorry, but Naruto. We seem to have failed. Huh? Uzumaki Naruto heard the words, and instantly became distraught. I just felt like I already have a Sharingan. But in the blink of an eye, those 3 Tomo Sharingans turned into something else. So it's all a dream. Uzumaki Naruto lying on Nine Tails. On the huge claw. It's over, Llama, we have failed. Sure enough, experiments and so on are all lies. If I wake up completely, we will go to Orochimaru to settle the score. The ups and downs of mood make Uzumaki Naruto a little sad. It's just that at this moment, a strange voice broke into the ears of him and Nine Tails. He. I didn't expect Hama Wan's prophecy to be quite accurate. 10 years later, a blonde boy with blue eyes will be able to play with the tailed beast. However, this prophecy seems to have some deviations. The blue-eyed boy actually pulled out the old man's chakra and activated the Rinnegan in order to gain power. But no, without using Rinnegan's power, he is still blonde. Hey. But the ninja world is really messed up. Decades ago, Uchiha Madara also pulled out the old man's chakra to open Rinnegan for power. This time, become the reincarnation of Ashura's chakra again? In this life, it seems that the fate between Ashura and Indra has ended before it even started. The sudden sound scared Uzumaki Naruto and jumped from Nine Tails' claws. However, Nine Tails pricked up his ears. The voices are very familiar to him, as if he has heard them from somewhere. Very familiar, and very rude. Forehead. Doesn't seem to have noticed my existence. Come, look here. I'm here. Uzumaki Naruto not only didn't notice the existence of that person, especially the babble that the person was talking to himself just now, he couldn't understand a word. Look in the direction of the sound. Uzumaki Naruto was stunned. Even the Nine Tails next to him were so scared that they almost exploded. Uzumaki Naruto. Old man. Nine Tails. Old man. Hey. Why is there another old man in my spiritual consciousness who talks to himself and doesn't understand what he's talking about at all? He's actually still floating in midair. What is he doing? Is he an alien? Uzumaki Naruto pointed at the Sage of Six Paths that appeared, and said in horror. He has never seen an old man with such a strange appearance, especially the way the other party talks. He really can't understand a word. Nine Tails. Hey. Naruto, this is not some alien, he is. Kurama, long time no see, you seem to be having a very happy life. Maybe Ashura's reincarnation is not suitable for my way of speaking, I will change it. He. Uzumaki Naruto, eh? Do you know each other? Naruto, who calmed down a little, looked at Sage of Six Paths again, but his pupils suddenly closed at this look. Grandpa, your eyes. The person who appeared in my dream just now was you. 3 Tomo Sharingans suddenly turned into these rippled eyes. Sage of Six Paths smiled kindly. No, I didn't enter your dream, that. And that huge chakra, it must be emitted by you, are you trying to scare me for fun? Sage of Six Paths continues to maintain a kind smile. I didn't release chakra, how should I say it? Actually, the things you just dreamed about are all your own. Well, it's your own. What? Uzumaki Naruto froze on the spot when he heard this. Is that terrifying chakra just now my own? Also, that pair of eyes that are the same as those of the strange old man in front of him are also my own? At this moment, the audience didn't know how to express their inner thoughts. Although the first meeting between Uzumaki and Sage of Six Paths was a bit funny, it has to be said that it was under the operation of Hyomaki. He really hit it off. As Uchiha Madara said, he really turned on the Rinnegan, and while pulling out the Six Paths chakra, his own chakra got an unprecedented terrifying boost. In a dark cave, Black Zetsu patted the silent Uchiha Obito. Obito, although in the white world, we have a little misunderstanding, but in the black world, I can only say one thing. Brother, let's go. You too, Black Zetsu. Don't think about saving your mother anymore. Beiming world. The audience once again heard Sage of Six Paths' explanation of the past of the ninja world. However, they are very curious. Uzumaki's thoughts on what it would be like to hear the idea of Sage of Six Paths. Sage of Six Paths tirelessly tells about his past. Birth of Sage of Six Paths. Opposite to Mother Otsutsuki Kaguya's philosophy, Mount Myoboku learns sage art, and seals Otsutsuki Kaguya with younger brother. 10 Tails, Divine Tree. Ninja. Trial of Ashura and Indra. The reincarnation of chakra and the confrontation of destiny between the two brothers. Fairy eyes and sage body. Waiting for a series of content makes Uzumaki Naruto's head feel a little painful. It never occurred to him that he was actually the reincarnation of the so-called Ashura chakra. No, to be precise, I have Ashura's chakra in my body, which also inherits the sage body of Sage of Six Paths. And the person who opposes him is Uchiha Sasuke. It's a pity that under my own manipulation, the fate between him and Sasuke was completely cut off. The ninja sect I created is based on the idea of implementing love and benevolence and wanting to bring peace to this world. Even though the older brother Indra has talent, Ashura, who possesses love and kindness, passed the test. And in the practice of helping others hard all the way, Ashura's sage body gradually blossoms and bears fruit. Silent. It has to be said that sage body is a bug-like existence. He will gradually strengthen his body and chakra as he practices. The released ninjutsu power and physical power are qualitatively different from other ninjas. Uzumaki Naruto nodded slightly. Sage body plus his own Uzumaki blood, no wonder he was able to outshine the ninjas of the same period. But Sage of Six Paths raised his deep gaze. Ashura seems to have a problem when he came to you. Last time, it was Indra who brought out the old man's chakra to turn on Rinnegans. He will use the Ghetto statue summoning on the ball to return to the two love image. In this way, as long as the chakra of the 9-tailed beasts is collected, the 10 tails will be resurrected. This is a very dangerous behavior. I don't want you to use this power to do this kind of thing. The tone of Sage of Six Paths is getting heavier, as if warning Uzumaki Naruto. However, Naruto didn't care. He nodded first, and said casually, "So Grandpa Immortal is the founder of Ninja Sect. The purpose is to let everyone have a spiritual bond through the connection of chakra. This way everyone in the world is like a family, and they can help each other to achieve a perfect and harmonious world. No wonder Ashura's chakra has problems with you. You have the chakra of Ashura, but the wisdom of Indra. Unfortunately, it seems that Indra does not accept all this. Don't say that Indra doesn't accept it, and I don't agree with it either." Uzumaki Naruto looked at the sighing Sage of Six Paths. Even though the other party was so powerful, he looked like a powerless old man now. Difficult. It's really too difficult. However, Uzumaki Naruto finally understands the true meaning of chakra in the mouth of Sage of Six Paths. Chakra is not used to develop and perform ninjutsu. It is to connect everyone's thoughts together, and everyone can sense the thoughts. In this way, everyone can only move closer to the direction of truth, goodness and beauty. The world will be peaceful. Unfortunately, the current ninja world has hit the old face of Sage of Six Paths severely. However, this kind of thing is the trend of development. Thinking of the heart depends entirely on one's own will, so what if everyone knows about it? Once someone has a wrong mind, someone will inevitably start to follow suit. Over time, the balance of all this was completely shattered. I still don't know what to do about your thoughts, Grandpa. However, I'm quite curious about what you just mentioned about your mother, Otsutsuki Kaguya. You said that she always stared at the sky alone for a long time, and that she came to this continent from a very far away place. Did you come from heaven? Uzumaki Naruto's question stunned Sage of Six Paths, and then laughed. Ha ha ha, I haven't considered this kind of question. Then have you considered the mother's worries you mentioned? Naruto changed the topic sharply. This is what he is most worried about. From the mouth of Sage of Six Paths, he is very clear about the strength of Otsutsuki Kaguya, but it is definitely a big problem for such a powerful person to worry about it. As expected of Uzumaki Black Naruto, the direction of the research problem is different. While the audience was admiring, they suddenly felt that the situation was not good. There is such a crisis in Uzumaki's world, which means that there is also such a crisis in Beiming's world. Senju Hashirama. I see that in our world, no one seems to care much about this issue. Senju Tobirama. The main thing is that when Sage of Six Paths told about this matter, it was simply for Naruto and Kazekage who came out of our dirty soil back then. Others didn't seem to know about it. Namikaze Minato. However, this is indeed the problem. Naruto and Sasuke sealed Otsutsuki Kaguya. It seems that the world is peaceful, but the real crisis. Is it the attack of the Otsutsuki clan? Everyone trembled in their hearts. Black Zetsu. When I rescued my mother, I once said that infinite Tsukuyomi is a technique to create an army of white Zetsu. Don't you think about it? Hitaki Kakashi. Even if you want to, what can you do? We ninjas face problems and solve them. Nagato. Perhaps the ninjas think that Naruto can even seal Kaguya. Even if Otsutsuki strikes, we can naturally solve it by finding a solution together. Jiraiya. So you just don't pay much attention, do you? Terumi Mei. It's impossible not to care about it. I think the story of Bai Ming becoming Hokage's follow-up may give us the answer. Onoki. But nowadays, Kuromari seems to be paying special attention to this issue. Of course I care. This is what Uzumaki Naruto cares most about. Invaders from outer space. Crazy. What kind of drama do you want to stage? This. Sage of Six Paths was dumb, feeling as if he was being questioned by Uzumaki Naruto. Grandpa, you are against war and want to make the entire ninja world peaceful. Let's not talk about the battles that have resulted in countless deaths and injuries for thousands of years. Just chatting, assuming the world has reached peace. Then what? Even if people are really connected because of chakra, they have completely reached the perfect state preached by the ninja sect. What about the invasion of external forces? Besides, you also said that your mother, Otsutsuki Kaguya, warned you that the other party is completely ignorant of love, and it is impossible to reason. You said, what should we do? Are we just waiting to be killed by the other party? Uzumaki Naruto's words made Sage of Six Paths a little confused. Thousands of years, he did not find any people related to the so-called tribe of his mother came to Ninzi. Actually, from the very beginning, he did not believe what his mother Otsutsuki Kaguya said. Your question is very interesting. To be honest, I have not considered the consequences of the invasion of external causes on this land. I didn't care about what my mother said back then, I'm sorry. He. After Uzumaki Naruto heard this, his pupils suddenly opened, and he looked at Tumai in front of him in disbelief. Hey. Grandpa, are you kidding me? No, I really haven't thought about this problem. The Sage of Six Paths laughed awkwardly again. Surprised. At this moment, Uzumaki Naruto was completely shocked. As the founder of the ninja sect, it can be said that they are the ancestors of their ninjas for countless generations. He actually told himself that he hadn't thought about such a problem at the beginning. Then what should we do now? Naruto spread his hands. Is your mother immortal? Her clan must be similar to her, right? They just haven't come to your mother for 1,000 years, it doesn't mean they won't come after 1,000 years. You said, what should we do when the day they come? To reason with them, to instill love and peace? You promise that the other party won't come up and give us a few slaps? Crazy. The audience was dumbfounded by Uzumaki's aggressive demeanor. What is he doing? He's questioning the fabled sage of 6 paths. However, the questions raised by Himing are quite constructive. Now that the problem of peace in the ninja world can be ruled out, what if we give you perfect peace? Without power, how can we kill the foreign invaders by mouth? This sage of 6 paths scratched his head in embarrassment. Hey, it's over. I hope they don't come before I die. At that time, the ninja world may be many times worse than it is now. After all, even grandpa and mother are afraid of existence. Uzumaki Naruto sighs, ready to smash sage of 6 paths, coughed lightly upon seeing this. You are still young. Now that you have activated the Rinnegan to pull out my power, you can be said to have a bright future. Also, maybe the reason we met was because of the question you mentioned. Naruto. Stretch out your hands. Sage of 6 paths raised his arms, but Naruto was stunned for a moment. Grandpa, what do you mean? Speaking like this, Uzumaki Naruto still listened to the other party's words, and then raised his arms. Then, one old and one young, face each other with 4 palms. In an instant, 2 strange forces suddenly entered Uzumaki Naruto's body through the arms. This is. Feeling this incredible power, Naruto trembled all over. I entrust all my yin and yang power to you. Since you can see through the problems that I failed to discover in a short moment, I think you will be able to solve them in the future. Now, you who have my chakra also have my yin-yang power. Once upon a time, I became the Jinchuriki of 10 tails, and these 2 powers also have traces of chakra remaining in them. Although there are not many, you can still guarantee that in the future, no matter what kind of Jinchuriki you become, you will trust me. When it goes well, and after they leave your body, they will not have any impact on your life. The rest is about some so-called ninjutsu that I know. You can rely on this power to slowly understand. Okay. The reincarnation of Ashura. No, you shouldn't be called that now. Uzumaki Naruto, the future of the ninja world is in your hands. Uzumaki Naruto. In this 70 instant, Naruto froze in place. Before he could speak, the figure of Sage of 6 Paths slowly disappeared into his sea of spiritual consciousness. At this moment, Naruto is completely confused. Wait a minute, my god, let me solve the problems you left behind? Hey, isn't that a little too much? Wow, ha ha ha, Naruto, what we gained this time is really unexpected. 9 Tails didn't care about Naruto, who was in a daze, but laughed wildly. You accidentally became the strongest ninja world. The strongest fart. This power is just inherited from Sage of 6 Paths, but they can't think of a solution. Can I think of a hammer? What? The last operation of Sage of 6 Paths shocked everyone in Beiming world. Uzumaki, a 13-year-old boy, accepted the inheritance of Sage of 6 Paths and stood at the pinnacle of the ninja world. Senju Tobarama. The power of yin and yang. I remember Bai Ming and Sasuke, who received the power of yang and the power of yin respectively. Uchiha Madara. Good guy, that guy Kuromaki himself accepted the yin and yang power of Sage of 6 Paths. This is the existence of 1 + 1 far surpassing 2. Namikaze Minato. That kid, did this directly exceed our expectations for him? Uzumaki Kushina. Hey, it's a pity that Koronaru also has an extremely heavy task on his shoulders. Jiraiya. Kushina, you can't think about things like this, because the worry about Otsutsuki Kaguya is not about Koronaru alone, it's about the whole ninja world, even the whole world of things. Tsunade. As long as Koronaru still exists in this land of ninja world, once the opponent really comes, it is impossible for him to avoid the battle with the opponent. Orochimaru. So Naruto-kun has used all the power of Sage of 6 Paths for nothing. I feel that Sage of 6 Paths is going so urgently because he didn't think of this question at the time. Embarrassment and guilt. 1 Audience. This is definitely the most outrageous thing ever. Uchiha Fugaku. Wait a minute, Sage of Six Paths gave Naruto the power of yin and yang, so what about Sasuke? Uchiha Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke. In the world of Black Naruto, I don't seem to be such an important existence anymore. Uzumaki Naruto. Yeah. Even if Otsutsuki Kaguya is unsealed, Koronaru alone can seal it. Hitaki Kakashi. Squad 7 seems to be disbanding in his world, not to mention that Black Naruto seals Otsutsuki Kaguya by himself. It will be more convenient in battle, no need. Troublesome things between fits. Tsunade. And the most important thing is that Himing is really not afraid that no one will accompany him in the future. When he is bored, he can release 9 tails to play with him, and 9 tails can return to his when needed. In the body, life has added a bit of color. On the screen, Uzumaki in the culture solution closed his eyes slightly. Bai Ming focused his attention on the person who looked exactly like him but chose a different one. At this moment, Bai Ming knew that his own story was not over. Perhaps he lived out his dream and became the 7th Hokage of Konoha village. It's not that you can be recognized by becoming a Hokage, but only by being recognized can you become a Hokage. Bai Ming kept this sentence in mind deeply. He did it himself, and realized it. However, the story of the two is still going on, and he can foresee that Kaguya's so-called tribe will come to Renzi. The stories of the two are definitely still different. How are you going to do it? Naruto. 9 Tails looks at the standing back of Uzumaki Naruto. Suddenly, it realized that the yellow-haired boy in front of him was standing in front of him like a mountain. Are you from Otsutsuki Kaguya? Sage of Six Paths' mother's main family. 9 Tails knew in his heart that those people might be even more terrifying than the Sage of Six Paths. Naruto, don't stress too much. Think about it, those people haven't come to the ninja world for thousands of years, and accidents may have happened long ago. That's right. Like Wei Yoruichi, it might be sealed. 9 Tails tried to give encouragement, trying to keep Uzumaki Naruto in a relaxed mood. However, the next moment, Naruto's leisurely voice came from its ear. Llama. I don't really care about this at all. After all, if they really come to the ninja world while we are alive, war will be inevitable. So, it doesn't matter. 9 Tails. Silent. F*K. Don't say anything else, as a tailed beast. I don't have a lifespan limit, okay? Are you gone? What should I do? Okay, Llama. It's been a long time. The rest of the Power Emperor's perception will be carried out slowly in the future. It's time for me to wake up and see what's going on outside now. Uzumaki Naruto spoke unhurriedly. However, there was a trace of seriousness in the expression. This kid, it looks like he already has a plan. 9 Tails caught the instant change of Naruto's expression and thought to himself. Sure enough, for Uzumaki, he is not the kind of existence who can let others trample on him. If the tribe of Otsutsuki Kaguya really called when Koronaru existed in the ninja world, it would be really exciting. The audience is gearing up. Subconsciously, they have full confidence in Himing, but they are a little worried about what will happen to their world in the future. At least, with Uzumaki's state at this time, Sage of Six Paths realized the seriousness of the matter and entrusted all the power of yin and yang to Hiyomaki. In the Beiming world, Ming Zuo is like a toolman. After sealing Otsutsuki Kaguya, the power of yin and yang was recovered by Sage of Six Paths. Especially watching the battle between Bai Ming and Otsutsuki Toneri. Otsutsuki Sharon has the ability to make truth-seeking balls, but Beiming does not. Although Bai Ming can touch the truth-seeking ball without hindrance, it always makes people feel uncomfortable. Orochimaru's experimental base. Orochimaru paces up and down the room agitatedly. It's been almost a month since Uzumaki Naruto entered the culture medium, and I didn't expect the other party to wake up. Master Orochimaru. Yakushi Kabuto greeted with concern. Don't be so anxious, after all, this experiment is not a simple experiment. Perhaps. Boom. At this moment, a loud noise came from the depths of Orochimaru's base. Nani, happened boom. Orochimaru raised his head suddenly, and before he could recover, the room he was in was instantly crushed by the violent impact. With the board and himself, he flew out of the doctor in response. Time passes by every minute and every second. I don't know how long it took before Orochimaru and Yakushi Kabuto emerged from the ruins. Master Orochimaru. At this moment, Otogakushi and the others supported Kimimaro and appeared in front of Orochimaru. You. At this point Orochimaru regained his composure. My own underground laboratory was blown away from the roof by the explosion just now. Now, the location they are in is a deep pit full of ruins. Jiraiya. This is Terumi Mei. This must be the damage caused by the chakra eruption after Kurenai woke up. Fourth Raikage. With Uzumaki's current power, maybe this was a whim after he woke up. Onoki. Why do I feel like I'm getting angry? Tsunade. Now it's unclear how Kurenai will go next, but anyway, Orochimaru's old nest has been taken over by him. Orochimaru. Esbarasi. This child's breath is so shocking, it really is my most satisfying work. Jiraiya. Huh? Tsunade. What? Orochimaru, you really dare to put gold on your face, saying that your underground base was blown up, don't you feel bad? Orochimaru. Compared to Naruto-kun, a mere base is nothing. Tsunade. Silent. When the mood calmed down, the few people found Uzumaki Naruto standing not far from them. According to the previous layout of the underground base, that is where Uzumaki Naruto soaked the culture fluid. That child. Safe and safe. Orochimaru looks up and down at Uzumaki Naruto in a bathrobe. Double pupils shoot countless rays of light. Did you make it? It should be a success. Ah la la, Naruto-kun's waking up is really scary. It looks like the experiment was successful? Orochimaru took a few steps towards Uzumaki Naruto, but looked at the blue flashing in his eyes. He frowned. No Sharingan. Suppressing doubts in his heart, Orochimaru asked softly, Naruto-kun, how do you feel now? Have you successfully opened the Sharingan, or? Unfortunately, Uzumaki Naruto did not answer Orochimaru's question, but just said lightly, where are my clothes? Oh. I'll get it for you right now. Tayuya heard the sound, and went to the ruins to search for Uzumaki Naruto's previous clothes without stopping. At this time, the voice of Nine Tails came from Naruto's mind. Naruto, what should we do next? Go back to Konoha village to see the current situation of Konoha. Naruto pondered for a while. Llama. Let's ignore the issue of the Otsutsuki Kaguya tribe for now. But I do agree with Kaguya's idea. She wanted to take all this piece of land into her own hands, and then find a way to deal with the attack from the outside world. I think this method is feasible. It's just a pity that Kaguya cares too much about the deterrence of power, and doesn't know how to use both soft and hard. So there are too many people who oppose her. Here, Naruto fell silent. After thinking about it, he said to Nine Tails, Kurama, I still have a lot to do. And I don't have time to think about the Otsutsuki clan every day. Before they come, let's take the whole ninja world in our hands. Nani. He Ming's seemingly understated remarks made everyone in Bai Ming's world fall silent in shock. Didn't this guy just want to run Konoha village? Now, do you want to hold the entire ninja world in your hands? Uchiha Madara. This kid is good looking. His style of doing things suits my taste. With such a powerful force, it is natural to do something big. Don't be like some people who are clearly invincible, but still want to shrink in a village. Senju Hashirama. Madara. Uchiha Madara. Hashi is hot. I'm talking about you. Senju Hashirama. Ah. Of course I know you're talking about me. Uchiha Madara. 3 brains of mine couldn't figure out what you did when the 5 cages first talked about your behavior of sending tailed beasts. You really. Senju Tobirama. Silent Onoki. But in my opinion, Koronaru's ambition is too great, and his results are similar to Kaguya's. There are many people in the ninja world who are not afraid of death. Fourth Raikage. Right. So I don't think he can do it. Terumi Mei. Don't underestimate Uzumaki. Think about his methods. Blow up Konoha village. People in Konoha village still think that he is the hero who saved the village. Tsunade. Should we use hard and soft methods together? I want to see how he does it. Anyway, I look at Hemming's world, and 5th Hokage is probably Danzo. Do you want to take down the entire ninja world? Nine-Tails became inexplicably excited after hearing this. This time, its life should not be so boring. And didn't Kushina tell you to have more children? Actually, in the ninja world, those big names or celebrities can have many wives. I didn't misunderstand you. Your kid is really talented. In this way, not only can the hatred of extermination be resolved, but also the mother's entrustment can be fulfilled. Two birds with one stone. Nine-Tails shook his huge body in excitement, and said anxiously, "Go. Let's take down Konoha village now." Uzumaki Naruto. This stupid fox. Naruto shook his head helplessly, and said earnestly, "Lama, why have you been working with me for so long and still don't understand? Don't talk about a broken village, it's a country. It can still be rebuilt after being blown up. The key lies in the heart. Forget it, you'd better watch me operate." After Uzumaki Naruto finished speaking, he suddenly felt a tentative attack coming towards him. However, he didn't even look at it. Boom. The ground trembles for a while. Just as the figure approached Naruto, a slightly huge body jumped out from the cracked ground. In the blink of an eye, the attacker was caught in his hand. Wooden Golem. That's Senju Hashirama's wooden golem jutsu. The audience were all surprised by Uzumaki's operation. The opponent didn't seem to take any action, that is, he had already made a move. However, the fly in the ointment is that the wooden golem he summons seems to be much smaller than Senju Hashirama's wooden golem. Moreover, the wooden golem is not wrapped around the wooden dragon that fought alongside it. Pure land world. Uchiha Madara frowned. It shouldn't be. According to Hemming's current power, the power of wood-style wooden golem is incomparable. It can only be manifested in this way. Could it be that? Uchiha Madara thought of something in a trance, and was so shocked that his pupils trembled violently. This kid controls the power of the wooden golem. Could it be that you were worried about catching that brat wearing glasses to death? Master Orochimaru. At this moment, Yakushi Kabuto, who was caught by the trapped person, panicked. He just came up to test Uzumaki Naruto at Orochimaru's request, but he didn't expect to end up like this. He can clearly feel that as long as this wooden golem exerts a little force, his body will be crushed to pieces. This scene made the big one and the 5 Yinren terrified and did not dare to breathe. For fear of disturbing Uzumaki Naruto. HMPH, this blind thing, Naruto. Squeeze him to death. Nine-Tails makes a contemptuous sound. Yakushi Kabuto's level of ants dare to launch a sneak attack when Naruto is talking to himself. Cut. This group of people must die. Unfortunately, to the surprise of Nine-Tails, Uzumaki Naruto smiled. Lama. Today is a happy day, there is no need to go to war. Besides, we are able to obtain such a powerful force, Orochimaru has no credit but hard work. Orochimaru. Does that take away my credit? Jiraiya. Who told you that you have nothing to do and want to test Hyming's current strength? Let's do it now, let's play big. Tsunade. Fortunately, he has gained new powers and is in a good mood, otherwise you might all really have to die. Onoki. Come on, I see that kid Hyming probably wants to use them right now, so spare their lives, otherwise these people will all be beaten to death by this lord. The scene fell into embarrassment for a while. Uzumaki Naruto finishes chatting with Nine-Tails. Controlling wooden golem throws Yakushi Kabuto aside. This time I fell, it hurts a lot. It's a pity that Yakushi Kabuto didn't care about the pain at all. He escaped from the sky and lay on the ground gasping heavily. The process of rubbing shoulders with Shinigami just now was really terrifying. Orochimaru. Naruto strolls towards Orochimaru. Seeing this, the 5 people behind him took a few steps back uncontrollably. Here we come. That guy is here. However, when several people were so frightened that they didn't know what to do, Orochimaru forced a smile. Ah la la. Congratulations, Mr. Naruto, you seem to have successfully mastered wood style. And he was able to successfully use the advanced wood style ninjutsu that can only be used by first Hokage. Of Xiao, you. Okay, don't say these things are useless. Naruto interrupted Orochimaru's thoughts. This makes Orochimaru break out in a cold sweat. But in the next second, Uzumaki Naruto laughed and said, I am in a very good mood today, so I forgive your probing rude behavior. And I can tell you responsibly, have you seen this trap man? I can actually make it much, much bigger than it is now. Next. How long have I slept in the nutrient solution? Back to Naruto-sama, probably. You slept for about a month. To Yuya's quick answer made Orochimaru frown. However, he didn't say anything, but said with a smile, it's true that I slept a little too long this time. By the way, Mr. Naruto. You've been away from Konoha village for so long, are you really not going to be in trouble? But after thinking about it, Orochimaru wanted to slap himself twice. He is so strong, just because the high-level people in Konoha village can beat him. Then, Orochimaru hurriedly changed his words, by the way, I'll tell you an interesting thing. Jiraiya brought Tsunade back to Konoha village not long ago, and now it is the 5th Hokage of Konoha village. 7. If you want to know about the situation of your new 5th Hokage, I can give you some information about her. Of course there is everything else you want to know. What a flattering face. Everyone admired Orochimaru's 5 bodies, and his face became faster than a woman's face. But what is unexpected is that Jiraiya really has a way to bring Tsunade back to Konoha village. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Hehe, my old man's expectations seem to have failed again. Shimura Danzo. Cut. Tsunade. Hey. What are you two arguing about? Is it a good thing that Kuronaru's world becomes Hokage? Oh my god. Damn Jiraiya. He must be out of his mind. Jiraiya. This is hard to say. If you don't want to come back, who can stop you?